It's me. Yeah. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, his message won't be spreading anymore. Mm-hmm. 212 gauge shots. Sawed off. The fall guy, yeah, we'll let him take it. He did it. He served his purpose. Yeah, I know he's got a wife and kids. It's not going to matter. The only thing his kid's going to know is that somebody smudged his Puma. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Malaikum salam.
Wait, no. Shut up.
Yes. Yeah, we won't have to worry about Elijah Muhammad anymore. Yeah, that sickness. Yeah, the only message he'll be spreading is through a bottle of Robitussin. As far as Malcolm goes, you were right. The inferior one is the one that remains. Yes, he did regret it when he called the civil rights leaders a bunch of Uncle Toms. Yes, of course. They have no idea that I was the one that supplied them the weapons.
Mr. President.
Yes. Oh yeah, that trip to Mecca. Yeah, he had no idea that those were just actors. They weren't even the real CIA. The real CIA, they were on the phone calling over and over and over. That was our job. I don't think we have to worry about that. The message of being the Muslim message will no longer be a factor going forward.
As the hairy grunts intensifies.
Yes, I am forever at you guys' disposal.
Mr. President.
I was going to say Mr. President. I was going to say I'll forever be at your disposal. Mr. Farrakhan.
The controllers that rumble. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome everybody to the Malcolm X podcast.
Before we got on this,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Chris, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. We decided to do the most patriotic Negro patriotic movie that we could possibly do. But we're continuing on doing what we call high cinema, and this is high black cinema. So yes,
Isn't this ironic though? This movie dropped the same week we're doing this episode.
Ain't that about
in 1992?
Ain't that about a bitch?
The week of Thanksgiving, 1992.
The bigger irony, D, is that you have written on written on your board there that the Patriots did it the same month that Metal Gear Solid 2 came out.
And do you know right now what we're going
today? In fact,
do you know right now what a lot of the nation is waking up to a lot of the effed up things that the CIA did? You know what I mean? And it's kind of weird. Like a lot of people now are like, you mean to tell me that they actually had something to do with JFK's death? Look, if they're willing to go all the way to Mecca just to see a dude pray, makes you think?
They saw this.
They scope. That's all I'm saying.
They let this white man fuck Marilyn Monroe, but apparently A Bridge Too Far was progressive stuff for minorities. Like, what's going on there?
Well. First of all, that was the Eiffel Tower situation between him and his brother and Marilyn, but. Hey, go on.
It's called a wobbly H.
Also, Chris.
Wobbly H.
Also, Chris, grow up. It's because he didn't pull the trigger at Cuba. Look.
That too.
A lot of people was pissed off. That's what I've.
Hey.
That's a theory I got. I don't think that's true.
I watched X-Men First Class. Magneto was like, "No, we ain't doing this shit." I'm sorry.
I was really about to spit out some shit right there. You got me there. I'm just mad that Magneto was like, whoa. Y'all seen suits around, man?
My man said missiles. Nah, bro. Not today.
I just liked how at the end of all that, Charles Xavier was paralyzed. I still have questions.
Well, D,
caught astray.
Technically,
caught astray.
Caught astray from, you guessed it, the CIA.
I guess he didn't see that one, did he? I'm sorry. I guess he didn't see that one, did he?
No, Cerebro didn't exist yet.
My nigga sat there and this lady was shooting. No, real quick. Lady, why are you shooting a guy that's master of magnetism? What the fuck was the end game for that shit?
She did.
He going down.
It's like, I'm still this day. I remember watching that. Like, I get it, but damn, like you could have thrown a rock at Magneto and it would have been effective.
CJ. She did not read the dossier.
The dossier had everything in there that they need to know about his power of magnetism. And they will also know that he was a good looking dude that made it out of the house.
Black ass would have grabbed a rock and just launched it at his ass to divert attention. Like, nah, we got shoot bullets.
Listen, Brother Rock will not always be your savior, sir.
Not all the time, man. It's like I think Brother Rock can only be your savior if you have the divine power of 3 Black Geeks. That's right, y'all. Like, click, and subscribe to everything that 3 Black Geeks does and all that good mess. Like we said, we are going to.
Where's our ticker?
We're doing. Yeah, I'm doing it right. It's about to be up right now. Yeah, actually, I fucked that up.
But anyway, quick, Malcolm X. To be around that time in '92 to see the fervor of like the media surrounding this movie, as if you lived in the DC area, the amount of people pawning off unofficial bootleg apparel related to Malcolm X, it was a joy to watch. You know, the Malcolm X hats, the shirt, just everything.
Logo was everywhere.
Hey, as we saw Walter Jones in Power Rangers rocking the X, the Malcolm X, shirt and stuff. That was a time of rocking Afrocentric stuff. And
it was weird. There was not a lot of commercialism in it, but it was
the commercialism.
But that being said, there wasn't a lot of commercialism in it.
In the black community, it was.
But it rubbed so many older black people wrong, man. They hated it so much. Why you plastering his face on there? All that, yeah, woo. And the only way I understood it was no bullshit. About a couple years later, when OJ got in trouble, they started putting OJ's face on everything. So I kind of understood it at a young age. Like, oh, that's what that old lady said back in the day.
I mean, and that was the thing, was that. But also, real quick, let's talk about the background on this. So, Spike Lee wasn't the first director that was supposed to be a part of this. What they initially had was they were going to get Norman Jewison. Norman Jewison, if you're not familiar with him, he did 2 movies that most people are probably familiar with, especially black folks. In the Heat of the Night with Sidney Poitier.
Yep.
And he also did A Soldier Story, which that's like low-key my like fave black movie all time easily. And like you kind of understand like CJ, why the studio
CJ, that is your favorite old black man movie.
That's an old black man movie.
Look, that is a movie.
General is that's what we need for these young men out here.
We all got our favorite old man movie.
No, it's not.
I like Bullet. Okay,
it's an old man movie. It came out in the 80s, but what I liked about it was like the who's who of black stars. Like Denzel was in that shit. David Allen Greer was in it. It was like Art Evans. It was a who's who of like black stars in that movie, and that stood out to me because like it was just acting top to bottom. Even the white actors were like acting their ass off. Like that was perfect. So you kind of understand why Warner Brothers looked at him like, well, this guy did 2 good movies with black folks in it. Put him on this movie. And yeah, black people across the country were like, fuck that dude. No. No, we're not
Nah,
doing
nah,
this.
nah. You know what? I think every now and then, like me and Chris had this conversation when Black Panther came out. I forgot it had something to do with Coogler. I still trying to remember what it was exactly what we were talking about, but it was like there is this need to have a black director for some certain stories and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
You wanted to come from our point of view and all the rest of that. I think with a movie as big as prolific as Malcolm X, meaning that it's going to get the budget from Warner Brothers, that is going to be big, and Denzel's name was attached to this before Spike Lee was even on it.
Yeah, because he worked with them on the Soldier Story. So
yeah,
that was
exactly.
the thing. It's like, if you want to get him, we can get Denzel. And they were like, all right, cool.
Yeah, and that was a
package
selling
deal.
point.
Let's go.
Yeah, and that was a selling point getting it. Remember, Denzel already got recognized for being in Glory.
Mhm.
So Denzel's star was already starting to, go up and all the rest of that shit. Yeah, it was actually skyrocketing after this, but yeah, so he was already attached to the joint. The problem was, like I said, it was holy shit. Black people really don't want him to tell this story. I think when you have somebody as big as Malcolm X, hell yeah, you just can't give this to a white person. Like, imagine if, imagine if you will, Selma was not done by Ava. And they told Ava, no, we're not going to give it to you. We're going to give it to this white lady. No, we're going to give it to this white lady. This random white lady. The random white lady probably got good accreditation. She probably never worked on a black movie before, but this is in our wheelhouse to do. Yeah. We would have still threw rocks and everything at that white lady.
Even if the movie was good.
Even if the movie cleared every bar, we were like, that was nice. Who wrote this movie? And D can attest for this. And D can attest for this, because that's how I was with the Woman King.
The Woman King. No, the Woman King was a black woman, because the black woman did that.
No. It was a woman. It was a black woman. 2 white ladies. Well, who directed? White lady. Well, who produced? White lady. And look, here's me. And Viola Davis.
No. It was a black woman directed it. What it was?
I'm sorry. It was
the writer. The writer.
Yeah, the writer was like 2 white ladies.
What?
That little dog, and I will admit that it set me, and this is the reason why I still haven't watched the movie. But I can get why people come from that angle. You don't want to see something like it. Look, you know what rubs me the wrong way? When radio was a real story and a white guy wrote it. I don't care. He's already writing it where radio has no love.
That's like a white man directing Ip Man. Asia would be like, the fuck is this shit? What the hell is going on here?
Yes. What's up, sir?
We were kind of overdue for a Malcolm X story in the first place, because the last time that we actually did get one, Morgan Freeman played Malcolm.
Really?
Yeah,
he did.
It was it was a Malcolm X movie that came out in the 80s.
Wow.
Direct to TV, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of like your boy
it reeked of direct to TV.
Kind of like our boy that played MLK.
Paul Winfield.
Basically on that.
I remember that one.
Hold on. See, the Paul Winfield MLK one is more recognized than the Morgan Freeman Malcolm X.
It's crazy
because I never even heard of this.
No, I heard of it, but it's wild because like Morgan Freeman is just as good a thespian actor as Paul Winfield, so you think it would get that same sort of like gravitas to a degree.
Well, hold on. Morgan Freeman wasn't like a big known actor in the 80s like that.
I know, but still, he still had that gravitas.
But he wasn't as big as Paul Winfield at that time either.
Fair enough.
So, but I was also going. All right.
Come on. He was more known for them Bell Atlantic commercials he was doing back in the day.
Death of a Prophet. That's what the name of it was. And Yolanda King was Betty Shabazz.
Now, what got me is that the people that did after him, I know one of them was Mario Van Peebles, played him in Ali. Yeah, he played him in Ali, and I forgot who played him in what was the other movie?
One Night in Miami.
Who played him in One Night in Miami?
Francois Batiste.
Oh, cool. I seen him one other time. I can't remember that brother's name.
I still gotta ask: is this the most convincing Malcolm X to you?
Kinda.
Here's the sick part, because I was sitting here God, Eris, go to that first one right there. Go to that first one right there. I got to see that one. Ah, dang, I know it was bigger. Here's the funny thing.
It works.
I know where they were going, but that reeks of straight to TV.
They was, because but think about it though. Back then, that was the only way you're going to show the stories. You put it on ABC or CBS or some shit as a television movie.
It had to come on network television.
Yeah. That back in the day, kids, when network television had power,
or what we like to call, or as us millennials call, regular ass TV.
Because you know what that was, right? The ABC Sunday night movie, Death of a Prophet.
Oh,
starring. Oh yeah, that was.
Death of a Prophet.
Like the seat, what was it? The ABC CBS movie where you got away with I would say you got away with minimal racial slurs.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
And about six strong curse words.
I remember one movie called The Ernest Green Story with one Morris Chestnut. Oh, there was racial slurs being thrown around like candy.
Rolling Thunder, hear my cry. They said nigger at least 15 times in that thing.
Oh, I got it wrong.
PBS is like, let him do it.
Yeah. Actually, I got it wrong on who played him in One Night in Miami. That was the play. In the movie, it was Kingsley Ben-Adir. He was the guy that was in that was him. My bad. I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Kingsley Ben-Adir. He's like a Brit that played Malcolm X in that movie. He's actually pretty good at it and stuff. It kind of reminded me of Mario Van Peebles a little bit in terms of his look a little bit.
Mario Van Peebles is probably the best looking person you want to get to it. The reason why I say that is nothing against Denzel. Denzel, first off, is way too dark to be Malcolm X. Let's get this out the way. The red doesn't really pop out. Now, here's the funny thing. Because it's black and white, people going to be, people kind of stupid. So, but that being said, no, Denzel is not nearly not the complexion that you want from it. Because when you hear Detroit red, when you hear Boston red, when you hear Satan being for somebody, I see a high yellow nigga. I'm being honest with you. That's what really kind of draws away from
that's
it.
why him and Old Boy from One Night in Miami, it's like, that's pretty accurate to that.
That's as close as you're going to get. Now, shit, even James Earl Jones doing him ain't bad.
No, that's why they had to put extra stage lights on Denzel.
Oh, awesome.
Just to lighten him up a little bit.
Shout out to, our boy Joe Morton playing Malcolm X in
American
Hero.
Joe Morton played him?
And our boy Diggle played Muhammad Ali. But
yes, he did. Yes, he did. Now I remember that shit. I was fair.
That was on Fox.
Joe Morton.
Hey, they had Clarence William III playing Cassius Clay Sr.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Sure. Man.
But like they, Spike Lee got on it, and then you have the extra problem. So now you're getting to the point of, okay, Spike Lee is on it. So now funding comes into play because having the white director, Warner Bros. Is going to throw money at it, but now you got Spike Lee and Warner Bros. Is being dickheads a little bit and was like, money, what's that? And I'm like, damn, that's like,
we have some problems there.
Pretty much. Yeah,
they basically and I know this is exactly what happened. Like, hey, Spike, look at this. Hey, that's one of them. Yeah, it's called a laptop. Shut up. I want you to look at this. Yeah, it's a 1988 laptop. But anyway, it's a clip of Louis Farrakhan, and they have a person called Juicing on it. You know what name that is? Juicing. It's in his name, y'all. So what we're gonna do about this? We're gonna do about this, Spike, because he actually got us on that one. But
here's the kicker. So they literally told Spike, "Hey, you have a tight budget of $30 million," and Spike was like, "I'm gonna need a little bit more to make this work." And they wouldn't even budge on giving him an extra $2-3 million. So he had to raise $2-3 million. $2 million of it, he actually put his money up for it. So now you got to raise another $1 million. And thankfully, he got a lot of people donating to help him out, like Tracy Chapman, Oprah, Bill Cosby, ironically, Magic Johnson. Like, I remember there was a big, everybody threw money at that.
But I remember, and I actually remember this as a little kid, but of course, it goes over your head. But I remember there were a lot of black people that didn't like it. Come to find out, that was the black nationalists, the Nation of Islam themselves. And let's not forget all the good old black pastors that sucked the white Jesus's dick, saying, no, 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 no. All of them, and they all had their reasons. The Christians didn't like it because they thought it was trying to push it to the side and bring in Islam and yada yada yada, woo woo woo, that whole fight.
I was just about to ask that question. Like, what were y'all afraid of? 1992 Hollywood.
I think it's a lot of people.
But blackness number 2. Oh, also that's another one, Eris. Hollywood was afraid of it. Like Malcolm X, the one that wanted to beat up white people, he didn't want to beat up white people.
So y'all hold up. So y'all just missed that last couple of years of his life when he was trying to push, hey, I'm willing to work with everybody.
That we just said you have to be on the same page as me, basically. Like,
I'm saying we're just gonna breeze past that and just focus on his time when he was in the nation, that he clearly stated, like, yo, I'm out of the nation. I've seen the hypocrisy and I'm trying to push for positivity. I'm willing to work with folks. There's a problem in America. I took a trip to Mecca. I came back, beautiful place. I'm totally enlightened. Y'all need to experience what I experienced, and I'm trying to pass that message on to y'all. No, fuck all that. We ain't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock ran it on us, and that's what everybody's been running on.
Yeah, exactly, Eric. Look at this. Look at that. That's gangster, man.
And one other thing. By any means necessary, and yes, him standing by the window holding the freaking AK. I'm with you, D. I hated the fact that people have looked at that as like, oh man, that's the most gangster image of Malcolm. I'm like, yo, this man was scared for his family. He's protecting his family.
Firebombed his house.
His house got firebombed the night of that photo, sir.
Again, I think as D and Sue pointed out before we started, be your own peoples. That's the title.
Yes, be your own people. I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
That's going to be repeated all through this podcast.
I'm gonna say it right from I'm gonna say this right from the jump. Upon watching this movie, I hated seeing how like Malcolm went through his own his own character arc, which was interesting.
I feel like we're talking to him like he's a comic book character. He had a character arc.
No, he was Goku on what's the
Oh, Snake Way.
Really was.
No, I mean, because think about it.
Understand,
really think about it.
Hey, Mecca was King Khan, sir.
Exactly. Anyway,
no. Come to think of it, you're right. But no,
I made Eris think on that. He's like,
I was like, yeah, no way, you're right.
Point here.
Listen, he came back with all the knowledge. None of the training.
KO Ken did
say hey, look, he did the King. He actually listened to King Khan and used the KO Ken spring. God,
but it wasn't strong enough for it wasn't strong enough for get your hands in my pocket. So
it sucks, man.
Anyway, listen.
Hey, just a warning, y'all. This movie is very special. What I can tell from all three of us, we are grown men that seen this movie, and it actually touched us all differently.
Oh yeah, but go ahead, Sue.
No, this review. So you better take these jokes, nigga. Let me tell you something. Hey, we gotta make it through this thing, all right? So anyway, go ahead.
Civil rights fingers have spoken. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Now, from what I've seen in this movie, like watching the character arc, we see Malcolm go from, he works a regular job and he tried to get his come up. So we get in comes Delroy Lindo as like the big gangster in Harlem, and he becomes a freaking hustler. He sleeps around with white women. He got, I did like how he knew the jig was, like he knew what what the game was with that first white girl. Come on, you go to a freaking speakeasy. Come on, I gotta keep it in times. You go to a speakeasy, and the only person not black that you see is this one white woman here.
Yep.
So Malcolm, let me get this straight. You had one church going, God fearing Teresa Randall, and you pretty much just brushed her off to the side to go with this this white lady here.
Vanilla wafer over here. And shit.
I call her Kim Cat Rail. Oh, they ain't Kim Cattrall. They ain't a Kim
I'll
Cattrall.
be honest with you.
So-
There was nothing about these white women that was like, I really want to get with a white woman. I'm sorry.
Hey, look,
No,
man, look.
no.
Spike tried his best to try to not make him too pretty. I noticed that, Spike.
Yeah, I know.
Now he, which by the way, did you like how Spike spent only the first the first 30 to 45 minutes in this movie, and then after he shows up, after Malcolm goes to jail, he comes back like, oh yeah, that's right, I got a movie to direct, I got to finish directing this.
I mean, I think that, like, I told D this, like, as a kid watching this, I was more engrossed from the time Malcolm went to jail on forward. I don't know what it was. Maybe just in my head, it was just something that kind of grabbed my attention.
So wait,
I didn't care for the other stuff before that.
so do you put hold on? Do you put all the other stuff that happened on the same level that people put the first 45 minutes of the animated The Killing Joke on? Where you just don't care about it.
It ain't not bad.
No, it ain't like that. It's just one of those things where it's like in your head, you're just like, yo, just get to the good stuff. Like that's how my head is. Just like, we got the good stuff.
I mean, listen, I got to see Malcolm X in a zoot suit, sir.
That's cool, but I see that in blaxploitation. I don't
suits,
care.
by the way.
Several, yes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I see that in blaxploitation. I just like, yo,
Aaron and Chris, we got to see Daryl Lindo
that's cool.
use a Grenada accent.
And we got to see Crunchy Black too, but that's cool.
By the way, y'all, do you want to know who this is?
Oh, make me feel good.
Hey,
do something to make me feel better.
I know it's
fucking character.
I know it's different to see him without the wheelchair and the freaking automatic shotgun, but that's him.
I like to think.
Chris, that's not the same character. Because remember when Shorty told him, man, he died on top of his girl. She just over there.
Right. What the same character?
Let me tell y'all something. 1992, 9-year-old D was not ready to see a man on top of a woman like that. She go.
Can I be real? There was a time period in the early 90s where whenever you saw a movie with an older gentleman that's in his 40s, even though they're like 60, they get with a young secretary and they keel over and die during sex mid-stroke. That was a thing. That happened in Distinguished Gentlemen, by the way. Like one of the senators had sex with this thing. Is like, and I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
Right.
I've been waiting for a politician to do that in real life for a minute.
The best part was that he was smashing a chick that was 25 years younger than him while he had 25 G's in his jacket.
Oof.
That was a lucky number, apparently.
Gotta be real. That's what happens when you don't drink your water, folks.
Don't get that. That's what happens when you don't get that alkaline in your life. And apparently, 25 strokes was all he was gonna give.
You think he did 25 strokes? That was 2.5 strokes, and
you do realize, hey y'all do realize polio was still floating around at that time.
Hold on. Well, in that case, in that case, I got to keep it to his number. In that case, 25 years younger, 25 G's in his like on his jacket, 2 to 5 strokes. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you got dividends.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's but you gotta think it's a 1920s gangster. What type of fucking is he actually doing?
What you saw on top of the white. Now, hold on. Was he doing JD's Revenge smash?
Nah, he was doing good old Danny Glover on top of what's the beloved.
D, I'm gonna need you to stop because that scene is scarred in my fucking head.
I really need you to stop.
No, I did not need to see Dan Glover putting it on open.
I don't need to see. I don't need to see already sweaty ass Danny Glover being extra sweaty
with. What, D? Oprah's titties are glistening.
I mean, look, here's my thing. Here's the compromise for me on that, all right? Give me in shape Predator 2 Danny Glover doing that. All right, I'll let it rock.
I'm sorry. What?
No. He has to be fighting the Predator while doing it.
Wait. Danny Glover 1992, Danny Glover in The Predator, giving it to 1992 Oprah Winfrey. While the
Skinny
Predator,
Oprah, because that was
hold
Skinny
on,
Oprah, wasn't it?
huh?
That was
Skinny
Skinny Oprah,
Oprah.
wasn't it?
Yep.
Yes. While the Predator is trying to kill him.
Yes. That is a movie.
That's a sex scene of Black America needed. That's the.
That is a scene in Predator 2 that should have happened. All right.
Well, hold on, sir.
Get your big ass
If
over there,
we going now, listen. If we're going off a story, gentlemen, technically that's 1997.
Yeah, true, but still, the point is.
This is why Three Black Geeks is good, because we not only carbon date titties, we also make sure the sex scene is within the time frame of the movie. See, if you're going to tell a story, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get timeline right. This is what we always tell people.
No, but my thing is this:
Three Black Geeks stopping time paradoxes from existing since.
Wait a minute, those breasts don't belong here. Three Black Geeks is here to do that. Those look like 1970s titties. Thank you. Wait a minute, what type of job is this? None of your goddamn business. What type of job is this?
No, but back it up for a second though. It's not to say that I thought the first half wasn't important. It's like there were certain interesting things. Like I like the dynamics of Malcolm talking about his dad. His dad was this big dude in his eyes as a kid, a 6'4" pastor that had to deal with a lot of racial strife in fucking Michigan.
AKA,
and
like AKA the black guy from the civil rights bus story from the Boondocks.
Really, and then like you have a wife who, let's be real, like even to this day, like women in her particular category are still dealing with the colorism aspect of like mixed race, and she's just all that.
And you know what? And a lot of people, I hate to make this stop, but a lot of people younger than me don't understand the real, like, why y'all, what's with all this hate and colorism and all the rest of that? And usually it's light-skinned people saying it, and I mean, you say, nigga, you don't know. But at the same time, I get it. If you never lived around a family that had that racial strife, where only reason why you light-skinned is because you either ran over there with a white folk, or in some instances, she was raped by a white person, and we don't fuck with her kids, because you have to be in the, like, it's family trauma, really.
Oh yeah,
where
really
a lot of colorism comes from. That plus with the social trauma that comes from being black in America, meaning that the darker you are, the more doors get closed on your fingers, and also it goes all the way back to a lot of strife that happens here with Black Americans goes all the way back to the plantation. So it's like layers of colorism.
And his mom being so adamant on, I want to be with a black ass dude in order for my kids not to experience what I had to experience.
That was a style. And it's wild. We're sitting here in 2023, and there are some light-skinned girls. I need to get me a dark dude. Why?
No, not today. Not today, Jesus. Not today.
All y'all little niggas need to brown up.
Like, I ain't dealing with this shit. Fuck that.
We's a duck family in this one.
I'm running around here looking like an iced coffee. This ain't gonna work.
I'm over here. I got green eyes, and they're like, "Oh, you so pretty. Where's your mama at?" And I show my dark ass mama.
Bro, and you know the disheartening thing about it is like his mom explaining to the insurance guy, what type of dude hits himself in the head with a fucking hammer and runs himself over with, like, come on, dog, really?
Dog.
Really? Come on.
I found something out in my family. I'm not going to say it on air, but I found something out in my family that went down with my grandparents. They had my great grandfather, they have it in the newspaper. I read it. Oh, bullshit. Like, white people, especially in the 1920s, like, look, madam, your whole house just set on fire. There's nothing we can do with it. The Klan did it. Look, shut up.
That's exactly the way
it was that easy back then.
The way he had that briefcase and looked at it like, look, I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. Your husband killed himself in the story. And I'm like, bro, like, come on.
Look. He was look. Come on, baby. Come on, Toots. He was an average pastor at best. All right? Come on. Get over it.
Gentlemen, he turned, looked at the briefcase, reached in, pulled out this long ass sheet and said,
read the fine detail.
I said, ma'am, read the policy.
Yeah. Read a little bit too good so I can call the Klan back over here.
I mean, this is
there ain't nothing scarier than white people that tell black people, especially back then. Won't you hear? Read the policy. Well, it says on this policy on the subsection 85555. Get this nigger out. Get him out now.
You know what blows my mind?
It was that simple back then.
Actually,
Oh, go
he
ahead.
pressed a button under his desk to signal for the Klansman.
Beep, 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 beep.
Hey, Eris, all right, y'all want to hear the very social joke? He does it. He press it. Guess who walks in the room? The police.
Yes.
Yes. There was that real life trauma that's still in this country. You know what, Chris? Prime said it best. This is life. That's all life is. All right. This is life. Look, damn, here we go. This is life. That's life. Life is just this. That's what it is. Holy crap.
Malcolm's mom during the whole debacle.
That ain't funny. That's not funny, but it's the truth.
It's the truth. It's the
That's
truth.
not funny, but it's the truth.
How messed up is that? They show that scene. Again, this is Spike Lee being Spike Lee with his directing. They show Malcolm's mom in a padded room.
Yeah. And
I mean, it would make any person go crazy. Like if you the mental capacity to have to deal with everything under the sun.
Like
it will break
all
anybody.
your kids getting snatched.
Oh,
it's
it'll
some
break-
slavery shit.
In the words of in the words of one Orlando Jones, snatched, another one gone.
And you know what kills me?
Mm-hmm.
To this day, and I think there might have been black comedians and just us as black people, we've said it. I think the aspect of racism is just funny to me when you see how white people operate with it. Because it's like, let me get this right. You hate black people so much that you go out, get cosplay materials, and make sheets to put over your head to scare black folks.
And you can barely see out of.
Thank you. Like, and look, that's why it's like as much as people like. That's why I low key like that shit in Django when he's like, "This is kind of stupid," you know. Like you're wearing sheets over your head for what? Like, what are we
This is
doing?
going to scare them. Which, by the way, white people,
Fucking thing.
which kills me, white people, you do realize after the initial shock of seeing the cones, white people go, "Oh, get these crackers off my leg."
Like I'm already traumatized.
The shock wears off very quickly, white
Here's
people.
the thing: the shock is like if I was a person, I'm already in shock that you burn a cross in front of my house. That's already scaring me because that leads to you burning down my house. The sheets, I'm just like, well, this is just goofy at this point. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
I would just be
Ooh.
my question honestly would be, so y'all brought over this big ass cross to burn it,
bro. They
on my,
did
like to burn that shit on my property. Like,
here's the question, Sue. Did they do like Jesus on Easter where he had it on his back and he just dragged?
no, that was gonna be my next question. My next question was, how did y'all get this shit over here? That's a
I will make sure that when we put it in there,
no. That is a big ass cross. I see no truck, no cars, just y'all. Like it's just you motherfuckers
Just
on
horses.
horses.
Just horses.
How?
Think about it.
No, how? Like, give me the dynamics. How does that work?
You know what my favorite part about that is? That this definitely happened. 1, 2, 3.
May I present to you, gentlemen? We need to do a short film on the phone about white folks preparing for burning a cross.
All right, now hold on. It's not gonna stay up. What the fuck you mean it ain't gonna stay up, Earl? It ain't staying up. I'm telling you that we keep putting it in there and not staying up. You mean to tell me these niggers ain't got good soil? Well, they don't got good soil. Oh yeah, because we poisoned it last week. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I need a movie just.
But I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. Put a rock on it. We did it last time. Shut up. The niggers can hear us outside arguing with God. Jesus. Why are we doing that?
KKK guy.
No, but you know why? You know why I post that question?
KKK guided.
Because I think about these. No, I seriously think about this shit all the time. Every time I see them actually taking the time to bring over two perfectly useful pieces of wood, stick them shits together like a cross. Yo, what if I'm Catholic? What if I'm
like? Here's the thing.
Hold on.
10 hours earlier.
I'm just saying.
Nah, that ain't even. That cross ain't even. No, take it off and do it again. We want to make sure these niggers know that we being business.
No. D. I'm just saying. What if on the off chance You burning a cross in front of a black man's house.
It's
I'm
Catholic,
like
you said, Catholic. Just
like I'm saying, I'm Catholic, or better yet, I'm agnostic. This does
Right.
nothing. I'm like, I'm sorry, this does nothing. You burning a cross in front of my house does nothing.
Like,
Now I
It
gotta,
was a
now I
Eris,
gotta, hold on. Now I got to deal with a burnt front yard thanks to you.
Eris. It's the lie. Chris is crying. Jesus
No, because
Christ.
Chris knows it's
Because
true.
the logistics of it is hurting his head.
I'm saying. It's hurting his head. It hurt my head.
Eris, think about it. Redo that cross. All right. I know it's look, we're trying to strike fear. And if we're going to do that, it doesn't mean we need shot at masonry. Ain't that right? Now let's do it again.
This is why I say racism is weird, because it's like when they hung us, damn, that's fucked up. Like you just
That was like that's all out of range, young. Like I understand that shit. Get a good rope, good. Yeah, I understand that shit. You're like,
But the fact that some white people came into an agreement at a meeting, we got to step this shit up, put a cross.
Yes, yeah. All right, bro. All right, brother Dixon. What's the problem? My problem is first off, high white. Now I got one good question. Now, why are we gonna use the good wood or we gonna use the bad wood to scare these niggers? Because I don't understand why we gotta do all this extra stuff.
Yes, Bob. Yes.
I don't know if we got that much useful wood that we can use. I mean, Cletus's lumber yard only has about maybe 20 pieces.
And we're going through a termite infection. And they're going through a termite infection.
By the time that we actually put the gasoline on it, it's already going to just completely erode before we even set fire to it.
And you know what? Here's my problem, because it's already, they're saying that it's going to be very, very hot the next few days. You know how this Delta get down here, boys. It's going to get really, really hot. We're going to have those hoods on and that cross burning. We're not going to be around the cross. I don't care. You know, when last time we had when Larry fell out? Yeah, because he didn't have water. I don't care. We can't risk this just to scare some niggers for a few seconds. That's the thing that we can't. We're not even killing them.
Because here's the thing: systematic racism.
Like of Dulvin, Louisiana. I made that up.
Like we the good clan of Doverdale, Louisiana.
Because here's my thing, right?
God.
And this is again, I love that we're having this conversation and we're going with you said. We had to make this shit funny, but you have to, because it's like systematic racism is awful. Systematic racism is fucked up because it does stop. It hinders us as minorities, black, Asians, whatever. But just the fact that somebody back in the 40s was like, "Yo, we gotta step this shit up, burn a cross," and I'm like,
okay, Eris, and Chris, you know this too. The Clayton Bixby episode had one line that sticks out to me, and it's the reason why I don't get really riled up or scared or feel anything when white people try to call us monkey or anything. It was because it was one line when he was yelling to those white boys, "Woogie boogie, nigger, woogie boogie," and I'm thinking, how is that supposed to scare us? And I started thinking about it. Like, come on, look. I understand. Look, real talk. This scared
a busted ass pickup truck.
Let's just be real. This scared the shit out of my grandparents. They don't scare me, bro.
Here's the thing.
And that's not disrespect to my grandparents either. It's like, that's it.
Here's the thing, though. When I think about when I go to Robbins, North Carolina, where my great grandparents are at, right?
Yeah.
I can understand how you get somebody like my great grandfather kind of being like Malcolm's dad, where he's just stoic, got a gun, like, "Yo, I ain't afraid of these fucking crackers. All right, we gonna do you get that because he saw the jig of like, this is stupid. What the fuck? But your fear is what they did to him, where they cornered him, jumped his ass, and did that shit. That's a fear. That is a legit fear, right?
Of course, and especially back then, black men were dying. Now, here's the thing. Let's just be real. When you saw a burning cross, that means that we're coming after you, or you've been warned because you acting too uppity, whatever the case may be. Whatever your crime,
or we just straight up don't like you.
Yeah, that one. You see everybody. Racism's a spectrum. Anyway.
You already drew that. You drew that circle right there, D.
Look.
So that's life and that's racism.
But think about it. Yes, when you saw that flaming when you saw like a flame across, that meant like, oh yeah, shit's going down. These people are trying to kill me. I'm in danger. My family's in danger.
Yeah.
Or like it was always a decision time for black folk. And that's the thing that sucked about it, because black men were dying off of crap like that.
Because how dare
know what I mean?
you stand up to us white folks? You're supposed to be fearful of us. Nah, fuck
Nah,
you.
Now, see, Jim, you do real good with horses, but you just had to get a car. Think about it, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Racists are so stupid. Niggas can't breathe.
Now listen.
Y'all want to take us out.
Now listen here. Listen here. This is just me. Just my perspective. I was fine when y'all lived inside of that little outhouse that was called a shack. You had to go to get yourself a whole single family house.
With this thing called electricity. Well, look who needs the light.
Look, I'm gonna keep it real right now.
God, dude. Jesus Lord.
I'm gonna keep it a full stack. There are white folks in St. Mary's County that has that same mentality. They ain't gonna tell it to you in your face, but you see a black man shopping inside Whole Foods, they're like, ho ho, buddy, what are you doing here?
Hey, you ain't smoked enough meth to be out here in St. Mary's County, first off.
And don't think that the shit just went away after this movie came out. No, sir. See, I have a friend who actually like at the time he was working for Harbor Freight down in Waldorf. He called me after
First off, the Dorf, sir. We don't say Waldorf, the Dorf.
The Dorf, whatever. He told me about something that had happened. This is more important. He said, and I quote, "White guy came in with a Klan hood on. Inside Harbor Freight looking for some tools while rocking the hood."
Here's the weird part about
you're not, sir. That is not a fitted. Why do you have that on?
Here's the weird part about Southern Maryland.
Here's me. The power tools is on the other side. Yeah.
Thank you. I want to tell people something about Southern Maryland.
I need to see some ID.
Take
the shit off.
Southern Maryland, because white folks gentrify DC and try to push all the black folks down in Southern Maryland, right? You would think, oh, it's a lot of black people there. Sure. You get Amish folks. They're nice folks. They love them. They're great. And then you get the racists. It's this weird intersection of all these together. And it's like, how are we surviving together down here in Southern Maryland?
What I noticed is that all the farmers that got a life after the 1960s down there that still had money, they're fine. They see black folk. They're part of the community down there. It's funny. It's the rich white people in St. Mary's County you ain't got a problem with. It's everybody below that poverty line. They go, well, look who it is. Trying to take over out here. Dude, why you got that accent? This is Southern Maryland. Say Washington. That's them.
But nah,
I guess they really are below the Mason-Dixon line. Okay.
I guess we are there. Never mind then. Carry on. Look, carry on, Cracker.
But like the thing of it is, for me, like going back to Malcolm and even his boy Shorty, you low-key kind of understood like why Malcolm acted the way he did in the big city, because for him, it's like, I had to deal with all this stuff growing up, and I'm just going to do what the fuck I want. I'm going to smoke coke. I'm going to do all this and stuff. So you kind of get it.
Exactly. You know what? I never underestimate black folk who go by GTA rules. Okay, that's the one thing you need to realize.
That black smile is perfect.
No, black people who are free of the Matrix, who are free, who completed who completed the game, who are now just fucking around in New Game Plus. Do not underestimate these Negroes.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I kind of would have been like Shorty. I would have fainted like 8 to 10.
Boy. Not just any 8 to 10. 14 counts of
nigga. I would have fainted like Shorty. I ain't gonna lie. I would have fainted too. Like
I had to explain to Shorty what concurrently means.
That means we're doing the full 10, all right?
Which also goes back to
that. With a 10 and we can get out of here on good behavior. Maybe.
Depending on if
Malcolm went right in there. Malcolm went right in jail and said violence, and then just wait. He didn't care. He went in there straight up. I'm gonna be as hard headed as I can. All the rest of that until he had Brother Bonds show up, get this nigga nutmeg and what was it? Nutmeg or what?
Nutmeg is something that takes the edge off. It's kind of
it
like
takes
the
the edge
equivalent
off.
of what they give. It's kind
First of all, Malcolm goes in there. Everybody's supposed to be sounding off saying their their number and shit.
That's a long ass number. You expect
it is.
Remember that?
Yes, it's a very long number. I like how everybody's over here got a pool going on whether or not Malcolm's actually going to comply.
Shit.
And Malcolm immediately.
Chill, get on, bro. Same time though, I like how he was like, I don't remember. Good excuse. I love it. Keep it going.
Just straight up, I don't remember. I'm like, nigga, you should have said that from the beginning.
The white folks don't care. They don't care about you doing it after the fact. If you just said, I don't know up front, one of the white folks that would crack you over the head and said, here's your number, boy. And then done in the story.
I mean, first of all, when you getting yoked up and your number's like right here and shit, and he's like, Can't you read that, boy? I'm like, oh Lord, please. I'm like, Malcolm, just read the number and just keep it pushing.
I want to go here. That.
I want to go
in there. Darkness is inside that.
I want people to understand. This is why time travel stories. I ain't going back any further under 1980. Hell no.
Dog. 19. Look, I used to say 1976. Let's lower that. Let's lower that down. Let's bring that.
I'll take 1980.
Give me a strong. You know what year I was born? 83. Yeah, let's go 83. Let's go 83. I think that's when the Negroes were free. I think that's.
I'm gonna need you to bump that up just a little bit by a couple of years.
I'm fucking with fire. 88. Listen.
The thing is this: if you told me I have a time machine and I might be stuck in the 60s, I would literally be like, you know what? Kill me now. Just kill me now.
Ooh, I'm stuck in the 60s and I'm black.
No,
where am I at? Where am I at? Huh?
Nah. This is app. This is me in the 60s.
Imagine Chris walking right over to the policeman.
Just go ahead and kill me, dude. Just kill me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm high on coke. You shoot me. That's legal, right?
Sue is dead. He is dead.
Yeah, we have to be funny with Malcolm. We had to be funny with him because I had the same thing when somebody asked me like, you like, if y'all do Color Purple, y'all gonna be funny. Whoa. There's a reason why I didn't want to go Color Purple because it would have been way
That's
more
why we did the man from Harlem. That's why we did the man from
Harlem. That's why we dusty.
I'm sorry, no. Look, I have made jokes about how I would love to go to the 1920s and get like Superman #1, right? Nah, I don't want that. Nah, it ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. Not worth it.
They kill coons over that, man. No.
My black ass going there for a quarter. They'll shoot me like, where'd you get the quarter, son?
The goal of white people. Where you want to go? I want to go back to World War II. It was a classic time for America. It's like, stop. Why?
Well, hold on. Wait.
Why?
No. You want to go back to World War II so you can be racist to not only black people but also Asians. Cool.
Exactly.
Well, the good old times, where it was American patriotism and we were building jets and ships, and planes go over there, and that was the ingenuity.
One of the funniest things
we got our asses smacked by a little place called Nihon.
I was telling I asked Angie, like, Angie, what's your favorite time, period of time? She was like 1920s, yeah, woo, all the rest of that shit. So you would live there, nigga. I just like the dresses and
which I mean that's our limits as black folks.
That shit. They didn't have running water everywhere. What makes you think I want to go back?
That is the limits of us as black folks. It's like we take in the fashion. Like, look, for me, I like the idea of back in the day, even though it's weird to me now. You got up and your clothes was literally a full-blown 3-piece suit. That was your outfit for the day.
I get that.
You play baseball, you just take the jacket off and you play. I'm like, bro, they play in fucking church stuff. Like, my mom would whip my ass if I wore
durability on them clothes, sir.
Back in the day. That was 19. Look, that was good old post-World War II wall, son. That was the best shit until they all ran out in 1976.
No, but you're right.
It is B's theory that all the good shit we had for the Second World War zapped out on us about 1984. We were just riding the high after
No,
that.
my man gave him the nutmeg. It's kind of the equivalent of when you go to rehab, you get something to kind of take the edge off after you're trying to get off of whatever drugs you're on and stuff.
I like how that man, he hit that joke.
My man
Like,
said,
got another one?
My man said, get that monkey off your back.
Like, got another one? I did it to make sure because you would listen to me.
Listen to me.
All right, what you got, Daddy?
Like, this is the last fix I am giving you.
My man basically.
All right, look. Malcolm being still full-fledged nigga. What you got to tell me, Daddy-o?
Like, my thing is just like
I loved all the 1930s, 40s, and 50s slang sprinkled in this movie. It's not a lot of it.
Did you also like that? Did you also like that during this time period, Malcolm was still able to get his hands on some lye and relax his hair in prison?
This nigga's in
Can I be
jail.
real? Can I be real?
And I'll be just like Boss. Look at you, putting all that poison in your head. How'd you even get in here? In my ass, nigga. How else I got it?
Oh yeah. Small shout out to Albert Hall, still alive, 85 years old.
Yes, Albert Hall, one of the most underrated black actors out there. I really mean it. He's a good black all-star.
Here's the crazy part.
Full all-star.
Looked young as fuck in Apocalypse Now, by the way.
Oh my god, didn't he look so
right?
totally different.
Yeah, him and Lawrence Fishburne were like young as fuck in that movie.
I know, man. It's almost like seeing Glenn Thurman and motherfucking JD's Revenge. Like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, so it's like with Barnes, and this is kind of his arc. I'm not like, he's one of those people where, and I think D said it, where it's like you believed in what you did, you were helping out somebody, but you let the publicity of what Malcolm was doing that enhanced the Nation of Islam and all the money that was coming in get to your head. Because like off rip, when Malcolm was like, man, this has to be some kind of game you run, he's like, no, this ain't no game. This is legit true. And the fact that 180 hit and Malcolm was like, but you told me in prison that this wasn't some game. This was actually real. And now you bullshit me in my face. Like, the hell?
I mean, you told me everything that, like, you said everything about about Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad is also a human being, Malcolm.
Yeah, okay. You didn't tell him that in jail, though, right? Like,
man, just imagine, if you will, you went in jail in 2010 and somebody snuck a phone in there and you actually sat down and listened to everything that this brother said, and you got released in 2016, and you go to him and you like, man, I'm so excited, man. Where's the school? And then Umar turns to you like, what school, nigga? Like,
pretty much. I mean, because it's like, let's think about it. Like everything that, like think about it like this, right? Malcolm.
Well, wait, CJ, hold on. You talk about D. You're talking about two different things here. See, there's converting to Islam, and then there's just Pan-Africanism.
Pan-Africanism is now the new Nation of Islam. Well, Nation of Islam is still in the jails, but I don't know how. Be honest with you, I really don't. I don't want to speak on those communities like I know what they do. The only one I know of enough is the weirdly overpopulated but vastly underpopulated Black Israelites. Those are the only ones I really know about. Like, those are the only ones just outside of, like, this is the weird part, Black community, at least in DC, outside of the queues, I see Black Israelites more than anybody else at any other function, and more than the Black churches. So that kind of tells me something. That yes, there's something that speaks to brothers when they're in. This is real in jail. That's some jail shit, man. Just to be honest with you, you know what I mean. They're super united. All the rest of that shit, yada yada yada, woodoo woodoo woodoo. And I just gotta be real. The leadership is trash. So,
I mean, but the thing of this is like, for Malcolm,
really goes, man. It sucks.
And I think that's the thing for Malcolm. It's like, you made me buy into it. You know, I cleaned myself up. I got rid of the conch. You know, I copied everything from the dictionary. Kudos to you on that, because I don't know how much of an endurance trial
it's called
you're in
1940s.
Yeah, I know.
You're in 1940s and you're in jail. Not much you can really do.
I know, but like
outside of hearing the Muhammad Ali fight, the Joe Louis fight, there ain't nothing you doing in there, nigga.
I got PTSD seeing it, because I remember during the summer, and maybe this is why I'm so good at math. My mom ingrained in me to copy the fucking multiplication tables 1 through 10, and it's that shit just ingrained in my head. So when I see that, I'm like PTSD a little bit. Like,
okay. That being said, D got something. There's the reason why D's a fucking history bug. My dad made me do that shit with history.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. Maybe that's a black thing because that's
maybe
everybody has a story with it.
That's a black respectability. You're going to learn this method of learning type of move.
Pick a topic: math, geography. Pick it now. You're gonna
Look.
Pick a struggle subject. That's
when y'all niggas like my dad. When y'all niggas like my dad.
Did you say struggle subject, Sue? I hate you for that.
It really is because your parents know what the hell
you're gonna be good at something.
Yeah, you're gonna be math. Good at something.
Better be.
And they will pick that. They'll pick that subject and be like, all right, this is the one he struggled with. Bam. This is gonna be your summer assignment. That's your struggle subject.
All right. What are y'all?
Suddenly summer was felt like 2.5 months. Suddenly felt like 6 months.
Bro, it's felt like 6 years.
Black parents. Listen to me, and this is the reason why I won't do this to my sons. That's torture, nigga. That's torture.
In a weird way. You'll be like, man, I can't wait to go back to school. I ain't gonna do with this shit.
Here's the upside to it. In a low-key way, I mean, that's how I became an engineer. Yay.
Hey, that's how D knows every little thing about every country ever fucking made. In other words, y'all, Joe Jackson was a little bit right.
I mean, look.
I got into the text.
I know.
Results. Listen, I got into the tech side. I was the tech side of IT, so give me the hands-on shit. I know what part goes to what.
I mean, look. I say this all the time. Like, I think it's also because my parents knew I'm the type that bullshit sometimes. So it was like, oh, we need to really get this shit out of him because he going, no. If he gonna be smart and he gonna do that, he need to be smart in something. All right. So
let me tell you something. It does. Me and my dad have good conversations about history. Speaking of which, one of you niggas online made me misquote, and I said Stokely Carmichael was gay. My dad nearly fucking running bulldog my ass yesterday. So one of you new niggas that saw that is like, oh my God, Stokely Carmichael, he was a part of the gay community. One of you niggas almost got me big booted by my dad yesterday.
What D is saying is you might want to donate $10 to 3BG for that.
You might want to. And I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But all I'm saying is this, yeah.
10 is a nice round number.
The thing is this, I'm saying this. Fuck the root. That's what I'm really trying to get at. Fuck the root.
He is really saying, please leave a comment.
Please do. And if you please do. Like here's the thing though. But he did sit there and learn the whole dictionary. I like how shout outs to, and I didn't get a picture of him, shout outs to another character actor in this movie that I'm glad he was here. Christopher Plummer was in this fucking movie.
Yes. Chaplain Gill.
Count Dookie himself was in this movie. And he was like this. Yes, Mr. Little, what do you want? I just want to talk about the color of Jesus.
Like, no, not just the color of Jesus. The real, I like the sprinkling of the seed by saying, what color were the Hebrews? It's like, what color were the Hebrews?
Malcolm Little. Just a little.
I mean, we don't know for sure. I love that response. We don't know for sure.
Don't know for sure. Do you know that there's white people walking this earth in present day with Google Maps in their hand? They will say, well, Jesus was in a white section of Jerusalem. Like, they will actually go that far and say that crap.
The great Patrice O'Neal said it best. White people still think that Jesus is walking around like Kurt Cobain. Like, what are we doing here?
Like where are we at? Where are we at as a country?
We still think it's like Jesus is like really Kurt Cobain. That's what y'all think he was. Okay.
He look like Kurt Cobain. Y'all read it? That's what he looked like. It makes me even more. Look, now I learned this from I learned this from a Pan-African, and it blew my mind a little bit, but I stayed in during the church, so he kind of got mad at me. But was because he was like, "Do you know where the image of Jesus came from?" I'm like, I don't know, like Italy or something. That was Leonardo da Vinci's gay lover, and all the rest of this yada yada yada. I'm like, yo, that's deep. And later on in life, I found that was actually true. I was like, yo, so his gay lover was actually the image of Jesus. Yeah, you see how the white man does that? Yada, 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 yada. Gay people are wrong. So you want to join his church? Nah, dog. This is my stop, man. Look, I'm about to go on Branch Avenue. I'll see you later, bro. Peace be with you.
You know the crazy part about this? So Christopher Plummer, you know, year before, he was in Star Trek Undiscovered Country. Again, favorite minds. Playing Klingon Chang.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
I loved him. He was throwing out fucking Shakespeare before he goes at Kurt and stuff. I was like, this is great. I love
like I
this.
said, Christopher Plummer and Christopher Lee are two of my favorite old white guys. And I would say Max von Sydow, but I haven't seen Max von Sydow in too many movies to really say he's one of my favorites. I've seen Christopher Plummer a bunch now. Of course, Christopher Lee. So, you know, it's actually kind of cool when he was in the movie. There's one other. I did look around for a blink and you miss people like earlier you said Teresa Randall, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't see her, but I stayed and looked at the credits just in case I've seen anybody's name. The only name that I seen on there that I didn't recognize in the movie was one of the hookers, was Elise Neal. Yes. I was like, wow, I'm not going to go back and look for her, but I'll believe it.
Look, I don't know if it was you or Sue that said it, but there are like a lot of actors because look at Martin Lawrence and Do the Right Thing. He was just a background person in there. Yeah. Even though you saw him prominently, he was just a background person in there. So it's not out of the realm of Spike Lee was like, all right, I know you've been in movies, but I want you as background. And you're like, all right, cool. I'm in a Spike Lee movie. I don't give a fuck. Like that's probably like how the mentality is. Because I mean, let's be real. Malcolm X was so important to black folks that I guarantee you he got some actors that probably would have wanted to get paid. That's like, fuck it, I'm in Malcolm X. I'll take that. You know, so it ain't shocking that she was in the movie as a hooker. Like, fuck it, I don't care.
I know there's gonna be a couple of actors I see on here because I was really trying to check. And Chris, you can help me. Was that Ossie Davis at the end of the movie talking?
Because Ossie Davis had to make sure. Because Ossie Davis did speak at, I believe, Malcolm X's funeral. I think.
Wow.
You remember Ossie Davis and Ruby G? Yeah.
All of them Harlem. The Harlem people of the 1920s to like 40s stuck together like I don't know what, man. They all knew each other. That's why there's stories of Red Fox and Malcolm X being together. They actually worked with each other. Mass fact, they worked with each other on the train that you see him in. There was talk about putting a Red Fox character in there. It was like, nah,
that would kind of take away.
Which, to be honest with you, that was the right move not to, because Malcolm knew a couple of, I would say, Harlem, like comedians, boxers. He knew a couple of them. He couldn't put in the scenes where he met Muhammad Ali and all the rest of that. They didn't want to do that. And they could have easily actually put in the scene where him and Martin had finally talked to each other. They could have easily put any of that shit in there. But I think Spike did the right thing. Oh, yeah. Fuck all that. Just like tell the story. You know what I mean?
Also, shout out to John David Washington's 8-year-old self. Talk about I'm Malcolm X. Love to see it.
That was him? Yes, which one was the first? Was he the high top fade kid?
Look, dude, you see the face, you'll know it. Trust me.
I don't know which one it is. But yeah, I did. But that's kind of cool.
I saw the face. I was like, that's Denzel's kid. Son of a bitch.
Which, real talk, you want to know something, y'all? Chris, Eris? Much like I was one of those kids that was taught one of those nursery rhymes to not do cocaine, I was also one of the kids that was told, "I'm Malcolm X." Yeah, I went to one of those schools. I had like I had a good blend of Black Panther shoved up my ass before I turned like 12.
I'm of different things. My mom had like all the autobiographies of like all the black folks, you know, and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I've read all of them and stuff, including Malcolm X. And then I've read the autobiography. Like, yeah, go ahead. It's on my bed.
I know we did our little run with the whole racism thing. I just remembered something else. Malcolm's father was killed by members of the Black Legion.
What?
Black Legion?
Wait, what?
Oh, the Klan. Oh, the Klan is called the
Black Hoods.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I thought it was like, wow, deep. You mean black Christians got him killed? I thought you said that.
You know what? You're going to laugh? You're going to laugh? The Black Legion was like the black ops of the KKK. To be
They
honest.
were.
Oh, damn.
But at the
Yep.
same
I know
time,
what you're talking about.
but
Wow.
no. Here's what's dumb. Here's what's just so dumb to me. Okay, y'all the KKK, right? You wear white hoods to scare black people. Still to this day, I don't understand how that actually scares us, but whatever. You bring perfectly cut pieces of lumber over to burn in front of their houses. Whatever. Okay. Dumb as hell. Not
Don't
sure.
forget about the psychological terror that we give black people
No.
on a daily basis.
No. D, I'm going somewhere with this. No.
I know. I just had to throw Busey out there once today. I'm sorry.
Put Busey away.
Get the Buse away.
This does not concern the Buse.
The Buse. God damn it, man. The Buse.
The fact that you hate black people so much that you decided to get hoods and robes that are black. Can y'all help me meet this shit in the middle somewhere?
In other words, they're my favorite group from Gargoyles. I remember
it's
watching
the speed I enjoy of that, Chris. It's really the speed of all that D enjoyed.
I want people to understand something. Somebody at Disney was like, that last season of Gargoyles, you know what will really amp it up? Get the KKK for Gargoyles. And somebody greenlit that shit. I'm like, really? The Quarrymen and Hood? Like, all right, I guess. Sure. Like, all right, man. Like, gotcha.
I'm just saying.
Nigga, he ain't lying. The foot from Ninja Turtle. He ain't lying. He is not lying.
That's fucked up, man. That's how you go out the foot for Ninja Turtles jump your ass.
I mean, when you got 8 white dudes, they gotta take down a 64 nigga. I mean, hey,
it's always what it was.
And apparently, it wasn't that hard because just hitting them upside the head with a hammer and then
that would take you down. That would take you down.
I know, but I'm saying apparently it wasn't that hard. Smacked them in the head with a hammer and falls in front of a moving train.
And the trolley decided they didn't want to stop because body in the road.
As far as they're concerned, that was just a speed bump they were ready to go over.
There's another nigger in the road.
That whole thing, and then you got, Karen.
Kind of hard to see. It's raining. I just see something black laying in the middle of the tracks.
Shout out to Karen Allen being the one that had to separate the kids from the mom. Indiana Jones owned Karen Allen.
You know what, Karen? You didn't have to be in this movie doing something evil.
What's she being evil? That's social work. It's not really evil. It's kind of a
social work is evil. What are you talking about?
It's a fucked up scenario. It's like
social work is right up there with the it's right up there with the people that be serving subpoenas.
Yeah, it's
you've been served.
Yeah, it's
I think
how much shit they get from serving subpoenas.
Look, I've been watching Yellowstone. My man had to serve fucking Kevin Costner and them, and my man's son came out with a shotgun. Like, what the fuck you doing on my property? You've been served. I've
been like, look, I'm just doing the job.
Hey, y'all. Hey,
I'm not even the one that's.
Thank you.
So many
Harris.
I'm just passing a message.
We seen Pineapple Express, y'all.
Yes.
My man had to dress up in costume just to serve people to avoid getting beat up.
Hey, look, man, you got to make that shit fun. You got to make it entertaining somehow.
Hey, I love how that surgeon looked at him like, fucking asshole. I hate him.
Have a good day.
But nah, the line of Malcolm when he's in jail and he's doing all that, he cut his hair short. He's, on get out on good behavior. And he's really going on that uptick of being the face of Islam. And,
Boy wrote letters.
I mean,
president. He wrote a letter to, who was it?
Elijah Muhammad.
Uh-huh.
No. Well, besides him, but I mean,
all his boys, West India Archie, and all of them, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
This motherfucker went with their motherfucker shorty saw like D done lost his mind.
Goddamn mind. That's probably the most sane, understandable thing to say versus everybody else. We're like, the fuck? His shorty is like, I get it.
Of course, when you dedicate your life like that, it's going to be like
institutionalized.
But that be also said, D is going to say it. Yo, look, I understood because I remember reading the autobiography, and that's the way Malcolm described it, and I can understand it because people who and look, if you're going to get offended by this, don't people.
Yeah.
Most people who are go into cults, or most people who go into any religious type of group, and that person is extra charismatic, yeah, you get Yoda moments like this. They Yoda my nigga right into the sea. You are an example of African American. Like, yo, whoever played Elijah Muhammad nailed it. Yeah, that's exactly how that brother used to talk. Yeah.
So we got Jedi Elijah Muhammad,
that would be one.
and just as quick as he showed up, he was gone.
That'd be one. Al Freeman Jr.
Al Freeman Jr. Yes,
Al Freeman Jr. Here's the crazy part. I remember when he popped up on the Cosby Show, just normal as fuck, right? And to see that and then pop up in Malcolm X, it's like a 180. And that's how good of actor is. He's a thespian actor, through and through. It's a 180, and you just can't help but just sit back and just sort of laugh, like, oh, that's kind of funny. Just I remember really just got into that role.
I remember seeing him in some PBS, like, show as a kid too, man. Like, it really actually is great how there was this level of actual care that was put into the movie by Spike Lee when it came to really showing how charismatic he was and how influential he was to Malcolm.
Yeah.
And what I give the movie is this. Really give it is that he goes from that, he's out, and like I say, he's preaching to everybody and all that. He's preaching to everybody. He's out there spreading a good word. And one sec, y'all. Who's that Pokemon? It's Al Sharpton! Wow.
Big ass.
I think a lot of people don't know. This was the Al Sharpton I remember.
The best Al Sharpton.
I know. No.
Prime Sharpton, if you will, y'all.
Sirs. That's not Al Sharpton.
Who is it?
That's Bruce. Don't do that, Shares. You wrong as shit.
Shut up, D. That's not who I was going to say. That is Rollo Goodlove, and you know it.
Mm-hmm. Look, all I'm saying is,
I hate you.
there are. I want people to understand there was 2 DLCs for Al Sharpton back in the 90s. You got Tracksuit Al Sharpton, and you got Al Sharpton in the suit. Take your pick on who's going to fight the battle.
No, it's Tracksuit with Jerry Curl.
Yes.
Wait
perm, not Jerry Curl, perm.
Wait a minute. Technically, it's Marvel versus Capcom 2. So you got Fat Al Sharpton and Skinny Sharpton.
Is the Skinny Sharpton Bone Claw Wolverine? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he is. Well, no. Technically, since Skinny came later. No, you're right. Yeah, it actually makes sense though.
Hey, look, Al Sharpton.
Bone Claw would be Fat Sharpton, and Adamantium is Skinny Sharpton.
There was something to be said when there was some shit going down with black folks. It was a roll of the dice on which Al Sharpton came to you. You either got tracksuit on the front lines, Al Sharpton, or he's in a full suit, depending on the immediacy of the racial strife that was happening at that time.
Now, Eric, Chris, you are absolutely right. Now, y'all.
Thank you.
This is the Al Sharpton that me and Chris remembers, man.
Yep. That was I was out walking on a Saturday morning and I saw a protest going down, so I just walked over there and joined in.
You know what? I don't know what's the best thing about this picture.
That's so clean though. I ain't gonna lie. That's
what I'm saying. I don't know what the best thing is. It actually tracksuit.
Fresh Adidas or Reeboks? I can't tell.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's better. Is it the black unity that I'm seeing? Is it the tracksuit? Is it the glorious perm? Or is the glorious perm? Is it the fact that section of New York City is gone now? Yep. Or and let's keep it real. It's my sister in the front with that Brooklyn shirt. I see what you got, baby.
No, I need to point out something.
D, that is somebody's great grandma.
I need to point out that we need a retro of that tracksuit.
I know, man. I need the people at Reebok to get on it.
All I'm saying is this is why today's activism is slacking. We need an activist in a tracksuit that actually came to play. You know, that's what's missing.
Yeah, this is just D. This is just D.
I got my man all the way on the right though with the bow tie.
Look,
This is my problem. That's D's problem. The bow tie takes away, brother. I
two
understand
bow
that was
ties.
the look.
Two bow ties.
Look, I understand that was the look. It still is the look for some people in the nation. Look, man, ain't nobody gonna take you seriously with the bow tie, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
He ain't lying. That is Al Sharpton used to hate with James Brown.
Feeling,
No, wait.
baby,
I'm
baby.
sorry. No. Wait. The one in the background with the bow tie. Check out my man's shoe game.
Yo, are those what I think they is on his feet? No, they ain't. I can't tell. I'm gonna say.
We know he ain't rocking no damn loafers. That's for sure.
Look like feelers.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Speaking of which, what do you feel to get on the line and make another suit like Al Sharpton got on right now?
Hey, that's what's missing.
That's either a Fila, that's an A6 junk. It ain't an Adidas junk. We don't know if it was Adidas.
Reebok, baby.
That might be Adidas or ASIC, man.
Yeah.
I don't think. Did ASIC make anything back then for them suits? I don't think they did.
Hey, don't tip me for a good time. I'll cosplay as Al Sharpton.
Hey, nigga.
The perm. I get a perm wig and wear that shit all day.
Now, you want to know something funny, people? This is the late 80s. Did you see that thing behind his head that says "Stop Police Brutality"?
Yeah.
The policeman didn't get the fucking notice of that. I just want to throw that out there for y'all.
You didn't have to say that. Just tap the circle. That's all you gotta do. Just tap the circle.
Oh, yeah, this.
Exactly.
This is life. This is, you know what? I gotta put it clear, make it clear. Black life. That's where we go. Black life. That's what that is. This right here.
I need I need that.
Time is a circle.
I need that clip. I need that clip. To this day.
To
this day. God, man, I can't believe we ain't got you. I need to get that clip.
You know what? Okay, so here's where the turnaround kicked in, right? He meets Betty Shabazz, and it's a very cute kind of like how they meet. You know, they are fundamentally on the same page, and I don't know. Look, people can correct me on this. The intricacies of Islam when it relates to men and women relationships, I won't say it's very stringent. It's never. It doesn't feel like it's very much women be submissive to your man kind of thing. It doesn't feel that way, but it kind of is.
It is, but not in the submissive that everybody always takes it.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the submissiveness that should be in Christian relationships, but that gets muddied all the time.
It's muddy water all the time.
D will not talk about that because D knows about the whole little submission with Christian women thing. I am not getting into it, but at least from the outside eye, it's very similar to what a lot of Christians believe in, and with the Muslims, there's a little bit different. Like that right there, Muslim hygiene and the diet, that's something they take a little bit more serious, way more seriously than Christian women.
Hey,
and
you gotta live long.
You got, nigga.
Get your greens in, man. Like,
greens in, get that pork out your system. Like, here's the funny thing. I eat pig every now and then. I don't like it. Me personally, I'm kind of trying my best.
I eat more chicken.
Yes, Thanksgiving is coming up. Yes, I'm eating a whole lot of ham, but I'm really like every year I get older, the less I take out of it.
I eat more chicken and fucking salmon than anything pork related ever.
I stop eating. Look, I eat pork chops every now and then. You know what? I really stop eating ribs. I love ribs.
Well,
I really stop.
Ribs is a 4th of July and Labor Day thing for me. Maybe Memorial Day.
But I used to like if I go to a steakhouse, like let me get that.
You're not, like you ain't gonna see me going to Texas Roadhouse getting that shit.
No. But here's the thing: you ain't gonna see me being like, "Hey, babe, it's Wednesday night, time for some ribs." I'm not buying fucking ribs. That's too much work.
Now, I say this to everybody that wants
smoke them.
Thank you. It's like I gotta do all this shit just because it's like, come on, nah.
Now, D's gonna say this.
Fuck me.
If you do, I'll say this. If you do live by those areas and Jay out early cooking, and you might want to stop on the side of the road and give them motherfuckers. Especially the ones where the dudes make their own sauce and the joke be bomb as hell. I ain't gonna stop you. Stay away from chitlins, but I ain't gonna stop you from the ribs.
Y'all might know this. You driving down south and you go on them back roads and somebody cooking on the side of the road. That's like, oh shit. Let me try this.
Oh man, especially little tip, Chris.
Especially if you can smell it. If you can smell it while driving. All right, let me come right quick.
How much? $6?
Bet.
Like $6 a plate.
Bet.
All right.
Y'all both know this. Down in Waldorf, if you're going towards La Plata, right in between La Plata and Waldorf, there's a rib joint right on the side of the road.
Yes,
Every
I know what you're
time
talking about.
Yeah, every time my folks used to come back from North Carolina, my mom won't go up 95. She'll go down 301 because my dad, fat ass, stop over at Johnny's.
Go get some ribs over there.
Get coming to ribs before we get home.
CJ, you would probably CJ, you would know this. When you go when you drive past our old high school and then drive past the freaking library, get down to that intersection right before you hit that 7-Eleven, right there in the corner.
That mom and pop barbecue place.
That mom and pop barbecue.
Still open, by the way. Open, by the way.
Yes.
I want to tell y'all right now, all y'all in my local area over here, and I will say in the Suitland area. Actually, not even have to be in the Suitland area. This is in the middle of the Suitland, Clinton area. Y'all know this. I don't know who this Negro is, but this dude parked his whole rib joint in front of everything right there, the little shopping center right there outside of Andrews, and he's been sitting there for years. And every Sunday.
Hey, that church crowd ain't no joke.
That's what you wait for. Look, that's our church, Chris. That's our old church. He right like niggas gonna be out any second right now. Blow the window over there. Hey, Shirley, put on the face.
Hey, look. There are smart businessmen. You park your food joint outside of a church after being in that 2.5-hour service. Oh, you eating something.
Now, and D's gonna say this.
Hell in there too.
Thank you.
And if you from a Sadiddy church like me and Chris, you know what he's actually aiming for? He's aiming for the 1 o'clock people that's gonna come out. That's who he's really aiming for.
8 a.m. They ain't eating no pork at that. That's too fucking early.
A couple of them crowd. That's the IHOP crowd. Yeah, that's the IHOP crowd. A couple of them will come over there. Let me get a couple of them. Let me get the sauce. Do I have to still cook these when I get home? Oh, I don't. Oh, thank you, baby. You're gonna get a bunch of them.
Oh, the 1 o'clock people. They're caking.
1 o'clock people. Look. There's one dude that's leaving church at 1:05 because the Redskins started. Hey, let me get 10 of them jumps. How much they cost? 35. Give me like 5 more.
You ain't lying on that, because don't let it be a 4 o'clock game, Dallas versus Washington. Oh, everybody's stacking up on them barbecue.
Oh man, they just sitting outside that dude, man.
No, but anyways, but Malcolm and Betty, like their relationship, I actually like it because it's a thing of Malcolm listening to her and understanding her and understanding women, the plight of women, and how important women are too. Because he literally says, like, yo, women, they're the ones that are teaching our kids. They're the ones that are really kind of like planting the seeds for everything to really kind of like, grow and go out. And I actually thought that was actually pretty dope, because that's something I don't remember the first time watching that movie years ago and really kicking in.
But not to toot our horn about our church, Chris, but that's what our church taught. That was one of the main things our church taught, was like, no, women do all this shit. Yeah. Most of the shit you see in the church is not a man's hand, that's a woman's hand. And it needs to be respected as so. Here's the funny thing. When he was talking to Betty, he kept on saying, well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad will tell us to do this. Well, Elijah Muhammad tells us, she's sitting there like, nigga, if you bring up that old man one more time,
some bullshit.
With these old hotep ass, these women out here, their skirts is too high, not respectable to bring home. She needs to be half of your age, willing to be
plus half of your age, plus 7.
That's nigga math right there, by the way.
That is nigga math. He's running around half naked.
Bucket naked.
I hate you so much, Chris.
I'm just saying, like, no, he ain't lying, because the way he said it, it's like I should be looking at this as important, but it's like there's a lot of problematic stuff. Let's go back to the age of the woman. That's like, hey, my man, like, what are we doing here?
My man said no, but he said half the
age plus 7.
I'm like,
look.
Here's what fucked me up, right? I'm doing the math in my head. If we're going by his logic, I gotta find a girl my age that's half that age plus 7. She's still too young for me. I'm sorry. Like, that's like,
hey. But when he said that, here's the thing. That being said, though, Eris, go ahead, Eris.
Well, Elijah Muhammad was telling Malcolm some red pill knowledge.
This nigga spitting, bro. This nigga spitting.
So what he's saying is, my 39-year-old ass, yes, I'm old. I need to get with a 26-year-old girl. Get the fuck out of my face. You really damn gonna fuck around with a 26-year-old woman? Get the hell out of my face. You can get the fuck out of my face.
And she must be willing to submit. Like, here's my problem. Here's my full problem with that. Back in the you heard the word submit. He said it. He said the word submit, guys. Boy, this is why I don't want a time machine to be alive. All right, we have on the first show the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Real quick.
Sneeko out there like I've been waiting for the man for the minister to show up.
He cut all of his hair.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
I hate him. Anyway, go ahead.
Real quick. Can you imagine if these motherfuckers got that scene from Malcolm X and used that as part of the show? I would flip tables. I would burrow down to Miami and burn that fucking studio down for that shit. I will burn it alive.
You know what the worst part about that is? I know he wouldn't say yes to it, but a part of me is thinking like, Mr. Farrakhan, is he right? Yeah, brother. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Collective Black America hearing that shit. Red pillars everywhere. Me.
Red pillars to all of us.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit now.
What do I look like as a 39-year-old being with somebody, a woman that's 26? Get the hell out of my face with that. Get out of my face.
I love how Betty had this look of the ew. Oh God, you subscribe to all that? It's amazing how that was even women back there. Like here's the funny thing. I really think the complexities of Black women will not truly be known, especially in the 1940s to about the 1970s.
I'll say after the civil rights and all that stuff started.
Yeah, in that little era, I say it gets muddied because all the Black women that survived that time, they throw roses at everything, so it's kind of hard to really know their plight. And someone will tell you straight up, and it's like, good God, Grandma, why you walked outside? You know what I mean? So it's really hard to really gauge how it was to really be a woman to hear that kind of crap and go, ew, you know what I'm saying? And then for a lot of them, 5-6 years later, gotta bite the bullet. How old your husband? My husband, 51 years old.
But that goes to the thing that disillusioned Malcolm, because Betty is telling Malcolm, hey, Elijah was over here having sex with 2 of his secretaries and got kids and ain't taking care of them. And Malcolm is like anybody in that position. You believed in this thing so much that you don't want to believe your own wife. Well, his wife telling him this, and he's like, no, because that's impossible. They were supposed to do blah blah blah. And she's like, no, Malcolm, this is bullshit. No, you need to look at this very intently.
And yes, and they did kind of ball it. And a lot of people that really knows the life of Malcolm X, yes, they kind of balled all of the stuff that was going around with him into one scene like this. They really did.
But it's needed. It helps.
It kind of did. And for the structure of a story, you kind of do need that. But she always was on Malcolm about be real with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. And this is one of the things that Betty Shabazz is like super praised for in real life for doing. She was really a big rock for Malcolm X.
So wait a second. That part, by the way, that part of the movie. Have you noticed that suddenly Spike Lee just decides to just slam his foot on the gas, like with the pacing? Because as soon as Malcolm has all of his boys leave and he goes back into the living room with Betty, he looks at her and he's like, what are you looking at? I'm looking at you. You're in trouble. And I was like, damn, we got to that part of Malcolm already.
And very true to their
Whiplash, my guy.
And I know all, like I said, all of this had to be jammed into one scene like that. But there's something that a lot of people would know about their relationship. All right, Betty, we have not had an argument, and we're still not, but we might have to.
Yep.
It's gonna be one of them, huh? They were that type of husband or wife, and yes,
raise your voice in my house.
Gotta be real with you. I felt all that. I was with Malcolm. Don't you raise your voice at me. Like, and here's the real thing, y'all. Black women, I know what y'all thinking, nigga. Like, I already know. But ooh, you two, shut up when I say this. But that is submission, not because I'm doing it because I'm the woman, I need to shut up. I'm doing it because I respect you, and I'm not going to sit here and yell at you like you're a little boy. I want to tell you because remember, even though she quiet down, she kept her fucking foot on the damn pedal.
Mm-hmm. When she said,
"Thank you, Chris." Exactly.
When she said,
"It ain't about quieting down." Oh, I'm the woman. No, shut up. It ain't the submission we're talking about.
No, D. She went full Angela Bassett acting at this point and said,
"Yes."
And she said, "You got to ask, why is it that everybody else, why all the other ministers got nice houses, nice cars?" Now, Malcolm, again, he's looking at it from this perspective instead of looking at the bigger picture. Like, so what do you want? You want to move to another house? Like, what do you want? Like, you want another, like, you want cars?
I'm not saying that, Malcolm.
Like, what? Like, clothes?
That would have been kind of my logic in the moment. Probably the wrong answer, but it would be like, so you want a new house? What's up?
And that's why.
Say that, Malcolm.
And that's why I said, Malcolm, let your wife cook. Let her cook. Let her cook. Because every time she says one thing, you're thinking, well, I am Malcolm X in 1960 X. And
thank you. This is why Three Black Geeks is a good show, y'all. Again, shit like this.
Like in 1960 X. Like I could find I'm going to provide a solution to my wife's problem. She's like, listen, the clothes on ours and the kids back. What? You want me to get new clothes? Like what do you want me to do? He said, you are on the road all these days out of the year. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, Betty, talk to me. What do you want me to do? I'm like, Malcolm, just let your wife cook. Let her get it out and then find the solution.
Like,
but I get it. Passions are running high at this point.
Temperatures rising.
Like, passions are running very high between the two of you, and y'all just need some couch time right now.
Oh, Charles ain't lying though. The paternity fraud was a tiptoe high back then, but even then,
yeah.
But even then, you have to look at Elijah Muhammad like, nah, that nigga did that shit. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like,
because like in the case of Malcolm, upon hearing all this stuff, one of the key things that I took away was, hey Malcolm, that is something I would question. You're supposed to be the mouthpiece of the whole nation of Islam, which, by the way, you were appointed. You didn't necessarily apply for that. They made you the mouthpiece. Yeah. Especially Elijah. He made you the mouthpiece of the whole nation of Islam. And yeah, you gained popularity just for being who you are. And yeah, other ministers and other brothers were feeling some type of way about that.
It was very split because you had Malcolm's boys, including Ernest Lee Thompson,
which was a very tight knit.
Oh yeah, because his boy was like, yeah. So brother Malcolm, I love you so much, and this is why I'm telling you this. They came to me and told me to put some wire in your car so it would be wired to explode.
This man said, I want to tell you that they gave me a mission to wire your car so that it explodes upon you turning the ignition.
And I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it because I'm riding with you. You know what Malcolm did? Hugged the brother and said, I will not come in between you and your father. Go home. Don't come back.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Respectfully, because he didn't cuss him out. He's like, look, I get it. You didn't want to go through with something because you had a conscience. You know what? Like you said, just go. I get it.
Just go. He already knew right away. All right. Now I really gotta get to the bottom of this shit because
Doesn't mean you can't trust them because obviously,
no.
you know, it's just
No, he really had to get to the bottom of some shit
Mhm.
because number one, let's think about it. Betty was right. Malcolm, how come none of your accomplishments has been printed in the Nation of Islam newspaper for a whole year? What's going on with that?
It was obvious. It was obvious, man. The one thing a lot of historians, it's really weird how historians bring that up because some is like they're bringing out as a damning thing, and some kind of is a weird gloss over of like, well, them in the nation, it was like that. Malcolm was just getting bigger, and they really couldn't stay on top of everything he did. Bullshit.
well, it's kind of like
Nobody knew what the Nation of Islam was unless it was Malcolm X talking about it, especially in the 1960s. Ain't no way in the world, bro.
I think the equivalent
You had
of this
nobody that had a voice like him at that time.
I think the equivalent of this, and this is why there was this whole thing with the Nation of Islam and Malcolm. It was because it was a moment in The Wire with I think in the first season where the lieutenant was like, "Yeah, I didn't say shit to Burrell. I went off reservation, and Burrell didn't know what to do with me now because he can't control me." And that was with Nation of Islam. It's like Malcolm went off reservation and was like, "Look, I'm doing what I think is the right thing." And the nation, and the turning point really was when JFK got killed. And Malcolm was like, "Hey, this is just chicken home on the roost because white folks out here killing their own peoples for doing the right thing. Nah, chicken homes on the roost. It is what it is." And they were like,
You ask,
like,
so you asking me to feel? You asking me, do I feel remorse about what happened? You know, they out there killing their own, plus they killing us. Why should I feel like? Why am I supposed to feel sad about? You know, about what? Like what? This white man gets killed, and
you would think the Nation of Islam would have been like, "Oh shit, cool," but they were like, "What are you doing?"
Wait, gentlemen, and CJ, I'm so glad you brought that up of him saying what he said about JFK because here was me. So Malcolm, did you and Jimmy Hoffa sit down and ate a bowl of ice cream after that?
Eris.
That's a deep pull, sir.
That's a deep pull. That's a good pull.
Yes.
It's a good pull, first off. But
showing my age right now. I'm on the cusp of 40 at this point. Thanks. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Jimmy Hoffa.
Dan DeVito one, y'all.
Just saying.
Shout out to Dan DeVito.
Is the good Hoffa movie? Anyway,
no. I'm going full Irishman on that one.
You going to Irishman?
I'm going to Irishman route.
I thought you was going Hoffa on that because they had an ice cream scene in that one. That's why I said that.
No, I was going Irishman.
Oh, sir, you already know when you say the Irishman, I'm triggered.
And also, Eris, and I thought we already established this. The Patriots did it. The Lalelu did that shit. I keep telling y'all. Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean that Jimmy Hoffa wasn't like Richard Ames.
Nah, Jimmy Hoffa. Look. What? No, the mob did that. Anyway,
Wait. The mob did that on the orders of the Patriots, but that's neither here nor there.
Now you look variables. Like we don't need to bring that up.
Bruised tomatoes.
Either way, you're getting tomato sauce. I don't understand. Like why you got to bring up so many factors that don't matter?
No, but it's just
like here's the funny thing with JFK dying. I actually remember asking my dad that question, and my dad went so far as telling me that my grandmother was crying when they heard that JFK died. There were black people that were heartbroken because, all right, imagine if y'all will. I'm trying my best because I don't know a perfect white person for this, but imagine if black people voted Bradley Cooper to be the president, right? And Bradley was doing everything right. And year 3, pew, you know how many black women were like, "Oh my God, he was going to make us free." There would be a lot of black people like that.
And then
no.
Nigga, good example. If Hillary Clinton became president and got clipped year 2, there'll be a whole lot of black people doing that same move.
this would be like far in the future. So Bradley Cooper, President Bradley Cooper,
President Bradley Cooper with
Pres-
his Asian daughters.
President Cooper gets clipped by a phase plasma rifle.
And again, Eris, the Patriots did it.
I just find it like,
Hey, look, Armstrong told us all that they changed names, but the system's the same, right?
it's ironic. You know, it's ironic though. It's like JFK dies, but his brother. Like, look, I'm gonna keep
RFK, when Robert died, two things happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was during that time where, and we said that, and we mentioned this in all the way early this year when we did our first Metal Gear episode. During that time, people had a distrust for the government in the 1970s. With what happened with Watergate, with the fact that JFK died years earlier, then Martin Luther King died, then you having all these civil rights leaders disappear, and then all of a sudden, RFK, the way he gets clipped, it's like, nah. Who did this? And that's when, like I say, a big distrust of the government happened during that time. Then Vietnam, the whole thing about Vietnam after that. So yeah, it was a lot going on in the government at one time, man. And for Malcolm X to come out there and say it, here's the thing. Everybody going on Queen Elizabeth, that wouldn't happen in 1960.
I think it's kind of fucked up too.
It's like a certain, I guess either time has to go fast a little bit, or that's the way the media ran it. I'm not really sure on that.
Talking about Robert Kennedy, like, it's kind of relevant to today. The fact that a Palestinian assassin killed him.
Yeah.
That's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That was, ooh. Yeah. But like, going back to it though, like, after
but again, Chris, with Hamas, I asked the same question. Hey, where them AKs come from?
CIA. Thank you. The Patriots. Rat Patrol 1.
CJ, I'll tell you where they came from. Somebody just hit triangle on the controller and asked for that Diamond Dogs crate drop.
Sounds about right, sir. Sounds about right.
All you heard was that he just
actually
heard,
no this.
No way, CJ. All you heard was
yeah.
And then the crate just being a balloon dropped.
Nah, but like, here's the thing.
There it is, fresh AK.
Now, here's my thing.
I got that thing on me. I got that stick. I got that tool. I'm packing.
This is where, for me in the movie, again, it's not like I want to play lightly with this. This is where, in my head, this is anime montage when Malcolm X goes to Mecca. In my head, like, you know how in anime they do the whole montage sequence of training and stuff? That's what it felt like, Malcolm in Mecca. You got the CIA looking out for him and stuff. Then he's doing all this, having his travels, and he's sending letters back. I was like, so is this like the anime montage? All right, cool.
It kind of was, man. Just imagine,
not necessarily.
Imagine if Easy Way Out was played in the background of this. It was kind of
not the anime. Thing. No, not the anime montage. This was clearly the beach episode in the anime.
Yes, it was. It was
the beach episode.
Yeah, you know,
Malcolm goes to Mecca.
Yeah, you know the vacation, the vacation episodes in the anime.
Yeah, except
the vacation filler.
Except this time the filler actually has importance because Malcolm had character growth at the end.
Yes, no. He's going to do. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. All of it was filler until we see him in the scene the scene where he's praying by himself. That's canon. All the rest of that would. Him touching it, and I'm so sorry to people of that religion touching the big ass cube. That's canon, but everything else is not canon.
This is why we need to do a movie where we just do the Gaiden version, where we follow the CIA people, like just in their confusion of trying to follow Malcolm and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. I'm just saying, this is a movie here.
Wait.
Look at him. He's on a camel this time.
Wait a minute. Wait, CJ. So you trying to Disney this shit back, like call this Malcolm X and a half?
Nah, it's like a Malcolm movie, kind of like that.
No. No, think about it. Malcolm X and a half.
Nah, on that level. I know what you see. I see what you're saying. It's just my
Everything
guy
is happening from the perspective of these two.
No. I need the guidance that I said is number one, we gotta follow the KKK people and what led up to Malcolm's dad getting knocked upside the head with the hammer and shit. So we gotta get the build up to that. Then the other one would just be behind the scenes
These
of
prequels sound like they're going to get us in a lot of trouble with the black nationalists.
we follow Christopher Plummer's warden, the minister at the church, leading up to Malcolm getting there and his thoughts on Malcolm being in jail.
Stop it.
No, and we also see every single mistress as they're getting plowed by Elijah.
Thank you.
And if this was a video game, that's when you hit the pause button, go to the options, and hit free cam, and you could just move the camera around to see everything that's
Eris, you're looking around, looking at all those Easter eggs on the wall. Hold on. Why you like this? Hey yo, Eris, go to the left side of that shit. Yes, that's a do the right thing poster. He's slick, bro.
But here's the kicker. You know what I would do though to really heighten it up? Gotta get that Henry Gregson Williams soundtrack on top of that. Fire. You need it. I will play it during the CIA and Mecca. That'll be the music. Just Henry Gregson.
Boom. Hey, Eris, I got something for you. So yeah, I was out there for about a year and a half, man. It wasn't that bad. And the guy that gave me these binoculars, he was cool, man. His last name was Miller. He was a cool guy. Knew everything. I think he was like half Japanese or Chinese.
Actually,
Shut up.
No. I take it a step further.
I saw what you did.
I take it a step further. I take it a step further. Don't even get us directing it. I would get fucking Guy Ritchie to do it. He'll Guy Ritchie the shit out of this.
Guy Ritchie will get Eric Chris again. The black nationalists will have us hung, nigga. We can't
get
do
the
this.
CIA.
No. D, are you trying to tell me that freaking Cos Miller gave him a binocular?
Look, I'm gonna put it out there right now. Me and D said it offline. Kaz Miller is diet racist. All right,
is he racist? Because Eris, I need your opinion. Is he diet racist or full blown? I don't like the sound of this monkey music. Is he that one?
I told this guy, I was like, you saw how Kaz looked like Liquid Snake and his black child soldiers. You know, he was like, I'm just saying.
Hey, David, get over here. I'm gonna take you to the safe niggers up in the snow.
To be fair, Kaz has been keeping that ginormous chip on his shoulder ever since he got captured.
I told him. That's what I told him. I was like,
Afghanistan, and
he got his arm and leg taken off. That would change anybody. It's like, hey, I ain't saying the schism is right, but I get it.
I mean, damn near blind and shit because we never seen him with his glasses off.
Hey, them shades are too dope to take off. That's all I'm saying.
Very true.
Last time we seen that, last time we ever heard of that motherfucker, him, Ocelot, and Liquid, they all went out to the fair and shit. He walking in the door first. Oh,
Wait. Technically, I can't say that you really can't say Kaz is racist because even though he did retire and he lived in I guess somewhere in Alaska, he was actually married.
That nigga live in Fairbanks. He
was married.
Had a nice butterball Eskimo girl, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say married to an Asian wife, from my understanding.
Oh, Asian wife. Her name is a Nick Nuck, and she's from Canada.
No. You got to go Kojima with this. She's Asian Russian.
No, I was gonna say she's Eskimo and Japanese.
No, Russian.
Inexplicably, no, she got to be Japanese in whatever race. Inexplicably Japanese in whatever race.
Japanese Russian. There you go. Boom.
There you go.
No, I'm going Colonel Campbell. She's silent and Asian. All right.
But no, he comes back. So Malcolm
Asian.
comes back from Mecca and he's very enlightened to the point to where he's like, you know what?
Real quick. I hate to do this. I hate to bring this up. Not to hate to bring this up. It's one picture I want to bring up, and it really does and it's a very sweet scene, and it's very short, really displaying how Malcolm and Betty didn't have a lot of time with each other as husband and wife, even though they had kids, is this scene. And I know what everybody says when they see this scene. This is T'Challa and Storm. You need to fucking stop it. You need to fucking stop it. You need to grow up. You need to stop it right now.
That 3BG has never co-signed Storm and T'Challa. I'm not mad at the imagery of it, but I'm just
look, I get it. Black pride, but I'm gonna need all you coons to bring it in.
I blame Reggie Hudlin for that, but that's a
I do too. But
it's an endearing scene. It is, because like you think about the fact that this is a guy that's been on the front lines from day one. He had a supportive wife who raised a kid and she understood his mission. But there were times like when you look at the movie, right? The famous gift that everybody does is Malcolm takes his glass off and slams his hand on the ground. It's that frustration, right? Because he's like, there's work to be done. And she's looking at him like, how can you do work when all this fucked up shit is happening? He's like, no, the work has to be done. Like
my man left. My man said, oh, snap. Yeah, Elijah Muhammad had himself a Sade. Whose baby is that? What do you mean that's his baby?
Yep.
Oh, them women were not holding back. They were like, nah, nigga, nah.
For 2.5 seconds. Nah, I said Sade, but no, for real. For 2.5 seconds, I really thought that was Jasmine Guy. For 2.5 seconds, like, nah, ain't her. But
I mean, fam, when Malcolm had to go and do his own detective work, number one, he spoke to Baines, right?
Went full Columbo on that. So what you're saying is
I mean,
I'm still trying to understand. When did the baby show up?
I mean, listen. He goes to Baines first, right?
Yeah.
Baines the entire time, knowing he's full of shit.
Oh man, look, when the money start coming in from the publicity, that was unapologetically being a nigga.
And then remember, Elijah over there when they love that white man.
Yeah, bro. When he
said those words, it's short of a division that we. Oh God. Nah, man, I'm gonna be up at our house tomorrow. But it brought it to the division.
my man went full Paulie by saying, "I must silence you."
I mean, I must silence you, dog.
Like you cannot speak at at any temples or nor make any appearances for 90 days.
Man hit him with the wellness policy that WWE
hit. Yeah. You know what?
You can't perform on television.
Hey. This is what Malcolm should have responded.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Yeah?
Are you?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Nigga. So it's like, hey, the future's now, old man. This is me.
I mean, listen, bro, this chilling scene right here.
So it's like that, nigga. Yeah, it's like that, brother. That's pretty much what
it really is.
That's what
hold up.
Hold
up. It's the 1960s equivalent from the last scene of Training Day. Oh, it's like that, Bone? It's like that, brother.
It's like that,
hey, real talk. My man in the middle. Now, let me ask y'all this. Do you think he played a part in Malcolm getting killed?
No, because real talk, and I really mean this, it's been said that there was probably somebody in the inner circle that was still working with the nation. That's hearsay. That's really hard to really pin down. For the most part, no. That was literally a couple of people from the Nation of Islam with conjunction with these people over here that came together and said, hey, this coon talking too much. So that's pretty much what happened. And there's no easier way of trying to explain that to people.
I think
it was somebody within the nation that killed Malcolm X.
I think
was it all the Muslims? Do you really think it was all the Muslims? Do you really think they followed this dude and he was just looking at the speaks? What makes you think they had nothing to do with it?
I think what kills me is that, and again, it's credit to great casting and acting. You got Wendell Pierce and Giancarlo Esposito as one of the gains of killing him. And you feel hurt a little bit because these are two actors you love. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Now do you get what I meant when I said Oh, the fall guy who was Giancarlo
He got
Esposito.
nicked in the fucking leg and
He got nicked in the leg, and
taken
they
out,
beat the
beat the
brakes off of
shit
him until
out
the
of
cops showed up and pulled him off. And yeah, he did get arrested and all that, but that's why I said, yeah, the fall guy's the fall guy. He ain't got to worry about his wife and kids. His kid's gonna grow up, and the only thing he gonna worry about is somebody smudged his Puma.
Like that nigga would kill me.
Fast
about
forward
that
into Do the Right Thing, same character is Giancarlo playing fucking out. Yo,
what?
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm talking about when someone stepped on his shoe. Hey, yo,
I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck on us talking about that. That Do the Right Thing happened with the Ninja Turtles. I'm still stuck on that. So I can't even think about that scene without involving the Ninja Turtles. So I'm
Hey
sorry.
Mookie, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Why you got the trash can, bud?
You're right. There aren't any black people on this wall.
Where's the turtles?
Hey, you like freaking Michael Jackson? You like Magic Johnson? You don't like the fucking blacks for? Raphael making it worse.
Got the trench coat and add on the whole
Trench
fucking
coat at 8 degrees outside.
the trench coat of Derby.
Trench coat and derby in hot New York armpit weather. I'm stuck on that. So every time you bring that up, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on that.
Again, not
Danny,
exactly.
what are you doing, buddy? What
Not
are you
exactly.
doing?
That's not exactly the
Put it
greatest.
down, man.
No.
Put it down.
Not exactly the best disguise either, because you can clearly see full turtle feet. And
Can I be real for a second? Just to switch gears, though. Like, the brutality of assassinations always gets me. And the way Malcolm got killed was just like, holy.
Cold. It was cold blooded.
Oh,
Like,
extremely cold. Hold on.
Sue is a big fan of double tapping. This was like, bro, like he's done. He got 2 shotguns to the chest. He ain't
No. D did not put up no pictures of that. In fact, I got to be honest with you because I've seen this scene twice already. I can't watch this scene. I jump it.
I seen it.
I jump around.
Ali felt more tame in comparison to this.
Of course.
First of
course,
all,
there was no.
first of all,
show the
like,
brutality.
the difference in Ali is, let's be real here. For the most part, we just see Will Smith's reaction when they said they shot Brother Malcolm.
Like, you see the shotgun and he falls to the ground, and they did the thing where they showed the 2 guys shooting him, but it was like blurred out.
Yeah, they blurred. They kind of
you don't get the visual of it, but this was just like, bro, like he got 2 shotguns to the chest. Y'all should have been out the door, but y'all fucking.
Nah, man, they made sure. I mean, come
You
on.
know what?
Hold up. Did you not see the Call of Duty loading screen of them loading up and checking the guns?
Here's my thing. If this is 2023, I will understand that. Technology in medical field is fucking amazing, right? You could take a shotgun to the dome and somehow come out alive. You might be a little fucked in the head, but you know.
Oh, yeah. You're going to taste the color blue for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but this is 1940s, 50s, whatever. You ain't coming back from a shotgun to the chest twice. I'm sorry. Medical.
Oh, tetanus still took niggas out in high numbers. So what makes you think?
Sir, this is 1965.
65 medical field was not that advanced for 2 shotguns to the chest. That's all I'm saying.
And D really hates to put the N word on this one, but you a nigga too?
I'm really sitting back like, okay, I get you hate Malcolm.
What good hospital you think you going to? I'm sorry, what?
Because here's my thing. I'm sitting back like, okay, I get it. You hate the motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. I think your man with the shotgun taking him out twice is enough. Like, you can get 2 people supervising from the distance and be good. Like, that's just me.
No. That first of all, it was the key word in that sentencing. When Elijah said, "I have to silence you," that shit was a paper bull, bro. Not only did that mean you are not going to appear for 90 days or speak at any churches for 90 days. That also meant I'm going to plan about a good 90 days to take your ass out.
I think he was also observing to see what, like you said, what he's doing. Because you think about it like this. Let's say if Malcolm did stop, you have to think that maybe Elijah would be like, all right, I'm not going to kill him. He shut the fuck up. Fine. Right.
It's kind of hard to do that because the way, if you really look at it from the perspective of Elijah, the shit that he's going through with all these paternity suits
and he's sick
and the fact that your the mouthpiece that you put in front as
jump started it
as literally the image of the Nation of Islam. Like, bro, okay, in terms of Marvel, Malcolm X is Spider-Man, okay? You put the face of the Nation of Islam out there, and when he said, and I quote the shit that he said about Kennedy, it's like, oh fuck.
It's like somebody at Marvel been like, hey, can we get Captain America as the face of Marvel now instead of Spider-Man? Like, what do we gotta do to make this happen?
Listen. Even if we did do that, it's not gonna be the same.
People love Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Like,
that's what I'm saying. This, you want to talk about rock and hard place, because real talk, Elijah's in this. He's in this in this situation of gotta go full Remo here. Why take a chance?
But here's the thing. It kind of blew. If you really think about, go ahead.
No, it was. Look, why take a chance? At least that's how I see it.
But here's the kicker. I don't think he foresaw Malcolm getting killed actually heightened the legend. Instead of diminished.
Which is what goes exactly into what Martin said when Malcolm said when he went into he was already there like at a freaking Audubon, right?
Yeah.
When he went to that ballroom and he's in the back and he's like, hey, why isn't the minister here? He said that he was that he couldn't make it today. When you have all of these inconveniences that conveniently pop up, by the way.
Yeah.
So and so can't make it. My speeches ain't ready. This ain't here. That ain't here. All this shit. And we got all these people out here waiting for us. Which again, going back to where you said, hey, was homeboy like in on getting him assassinated? The reason why I say no is because, bruh, he was ready to cancel the shit. He's like, Malcolm, let's cancel this. Because even Malcolm said, I really have a feeling I should not go out there.
I think in his head in that moment, it's like, fuck it, I'm here. Let's just get this over with.
Even though no. What I personally believe is I'm just going off of the movie. Going off of the movie, the way that Denzel played it. First of all, this scene of the rotoscope. I love the rotoscope. Like everything is moving around him except him. Like I love shots like this. Number one, this shot was cool. And when he meets up with the old lady.
Old lady from Crooklyn.
Yeah, the old lady from Crooklyn who said, she's like, what's wrong, son? Listen, don't pay them people. No, never mind. You keep doing what you're doing. That makes me feel better. Yes, ma'am. I'll do that.
Okay.
And then wait. And then she says, Jesus will protect you. Here's me. Hey, Malcolm, don't you just love that little bit of bitter irony right there?
I mean, this is the old lady.
You got to have vision.
You gotta understand, baby. Jesus is gonna be here. All of a sudden, Malcolm looks up in the sky. White Jesus. That's right. Me.
That's right. I got your back. Notice that the entire Nation of Islam turned their back on you, even though you left first. But yeah, they did turn their back on you.
I mean, let's be real. The from JFK comments onward, this is the mantra of one Elijah Muhammad.
Yes!
You wrong as shit for that. Look, okay.
I mean, come on, dog. Like, come on, man. You know.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna put the whole thing like 100% on Elijah. I'm just gonna say there was a collective, okay?
Well, the collective was thinking that in.
The collective.
And again.
Okay. Bitch, you said it.
I mean,
I hold that. I will hold that. Hey, look.
No.
If the Nation of Islam want to attack 3BG, go for it. I mean, we're Teflon at this point. So what the fuck?
Hey. So let me.
He's like, all right, and we're done.
Like, right. I'm gonna separate myself from the rest of this. You guys
listen.
You guys enjoy the rest of your show.
Listen, I ain't fucking around with that shit because, first of all, during the heyday of Martin, when he was with Nation of Islam and he was speaking out, speaking on behalf of Elijah, did you notice all of the rooms that they were in with all the flags and the fanfare? I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, yo, this is like a Muslim Principality of Zion here, because you got the freaking paintings of Elijah. This look.
You don't know what the got the crescent moons everywhere and everything.
He got all this shit, and I'm looking at this like, yo, if this was Gundam, this thing is the Principality of Zion. This is the zombie family we looking at here.
I mean, if you really think about it,
take all of them out.
If you really think about it, though, and I think we might have said that this is in Mobile Suit Gundam. I literally was like, yo, Malcolm X technically was like Zeon Zum Daikun, basically. Like, because you remember, he was like, yo, we really need to kind of work with the Federation and also be our independence. The zombie family was like, whoa there, buddy. We need this money. What the fuck you doing?
Chris, not only that, taken into After Colony universe, Malcolm was the original hero Yui.
Yep. It was like, hey, what the fuck is this peaceful shit for? Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, sir. What the fuck? Sorry, you want unity? What?
Peacecraft.
All right, so check this out. Because I've been trying to get this out for a minute. Okay, so between Malcolm and Mecca, he ended up going to London. He ended up going to England, like all black people when they want to feel liberated. But he went out there. He stayed out there for a while, and then he came back to America later on in November. It would be from November to February where his death was at, where all the death threats. Now, he'd been getting death threats a year before any of that even happened. When he started investigating around all the shit that was going down with with Elijah Muhammad, that's when he started getting death threats. And it came kind of muddy because you didn't know which one was coming from the nation or which one was coming from the CIA. And the CIA denied all that. And I kind of understand it because CIA is like, why are we going to call and hang up? That's not our policy. Our policy is to hear you jerk off. Like, that's not our policy here in the CIA, all right?
Which makes a whole lot of sense because think about it. The whole time that the CIA is listening to all of his phone calls, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Bruh, the most obvious... God.
Malcolm is under stress, so he ain't gonna see that shit.
And then Malcolm is clearly one of those people. Malcolm is clearly one of those guys that is like, he's not afraid.
But hold on, I was going somewhere with this. The whole time they were listening to him, and I'm like, son, you know that you had the CIA split up into two teams. One was listening to everything that was happening with Martin Luther King, and the other one was listening to everything that was going on with Malcolm X. Because you heard, like one of the agents was like, compared to King, this guy's a monk.
Yeah. And actually, it wasn't. Actually, when it comes to who investigated him overseas, that's the FBI. When he was overseas in Cairo, that was the CIA. What was going on over here? That was all the FBI. So, did the FBI have something to do with his death? I still think it's them, but it probably was the FBI too. The FBI, who kills me, knows for a fact that they had something to do with Martin Luther King's death, and these motherfuckers every single year want to honor Dr. Martin Luther King for all the service. They shut up.
Can I be real? Shut up. There's something. Here's the thing. I'm all for people coming to terms of what they did was wrong, but I still feel some way like Thomas Hagen. He's the guy that was one of the people that shot him, right?
Still alive, by the way.
Still alive.
Yeah.
And I like how. Okay. Far be it from me to sit there and judge a man, whatever, right? Whatever arc you got to find, right? Maybe I'm just going to say maybe he's old man, so of course he's going to say that shit. But in my head, I'm like, you express regret and sorrow for shooting Malcolm X. Dude, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I would respect you more if you stood 10 toes down and said, yes, I killed a nigga and I don't regret it. I respect that more. Like, I don't know. It's just, it feels bullshit to me, right? It just feels that way, right? And I don't know whether I should feel that way, but I feel that way. It's kind of like the dude in
it wasn't in Black Messiah.
Black Messiah, where it's like in that PBS thing, he was trying to play up like, well, blah blah blah. I'm like, but dude, you did the shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the
man filed for parole 16 times.
Fuck
out. Denied. Every single time.
I want to bring up one a little bit of history. This picture, like we said, the famous picture of Malcolm looking outside, that was actually on the cover of Ebony magazine. It was used to show the defiance of Malcolm X towards everybody else.
Yep.
Here's the thing about pictures. Yes, it's a good picture saying that these white folk ain't gonna catch me slipping type shit. Yada yada yada. Woodoo woodoo woodoo. When you take down that veil,
Optics.
you know what I mean? When you take down that veil, you realize that Malcolm was not afraid of the white man or ready to fight the white man. Because here's the one thing, and they brought it up, and it was Ossie Davis' eulogy, which was at the end of this movie, and they got Ossie Davis to do it, which is really fucking great, really fucking perfect, Spike. But he repeated all that, and he said it in there. When did this man ever show violence towards anyone? When did he ever do any of that? And it's one of the things that pisses me off, and I straighten out black, white, whomever says this stupid shit. Professor X was Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Magneto was Malcolm X. Okay, let's stop and get that dirty shit out of your mouth. I'm tired of that.
The closest to that was just Malcolm X saying at the time, people, by any means necessary.
But here's my thing. People forget.
White people, because when they see a black person my size walking into a Home Depot just buying a candy bar, they go, so they heard that. They heard, well, looks like the coons are gonna arm themselves to the teeth.
But here's my thing. But people forget. It's like, yo, Mags, 4 mutants, but it's like that motherfucker was all about genocide. And that was and that was the Jewish side of him that was like revenge for all the shit. And it's like, that's not Malcolm X. Malcolm X wasn't for genocide, guys. So Magneto was. He was for genocide. He was like, yo, kill all these dudes.
And I think it's one of the parts that, okay, yeah, if you're white, don't feel like the depression got off you because he said this. But, Mark was saying, when I went over here to Mecca, I sat, washed, slept beside, drank, laughed, played with other Muslims that were white, blonde, blue eyes. That shit, his whole brain. And he was like, nah, we can't do this shit. We are, like white people love doing, yeah, that's right, brother. We're all the same. I didn't say none of that. I said none of that. And it kills me how white people take what words Martin said, Malcolm, anybody, see, they were about unity and love and letting us white people still be toxic, but you don't bring up racism no more. See,
real for a second, every fucking MLK holiday, the fucking CIA Twitter, the fucking FBI tweets, the Ben fucking goober ass Shapiro saying some dumb shit.
Boy, white people like to break out Martin to try to make us, you see. He was one of the good ones in what he believed. Yo, you know what? Who's the 2 light-skinned twins that ain't got hit by a truck yet that I don't like? Like
the Hodge twins?
Yeah, both of them.
Those guys. By the way, the Hodge twins trying to walk back. We weren't really conservatives. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all
they're doing that now. The numbers suffered for a long time. Doing it in between. I'm light-skinned. What you guys complained about stick is getting thin in the dog.
I'm gonna keep it real for a second about the Hodge twins. I don't give a fuck. Y'all motherfuckers should have just stuck with just doing food reviews in your car, and we were fine with it. Just to do food reviews. We were cool with it.
This is what happens when you listen.
Gentlemen, this is exactly why I've said this many, many times about YouTubers that have been on the internet a little too long.
Oh, yes.
They have lived.
They've been marinating too long.
They like
roasting is a bill,
sir. They have lived long enough to see themselves become the villain.
Oh, yes, they did.
Malcolm has taught us.
If you have not parlayed your popularity and your royalties and your riches into something else that does not require you to be in front of a freaking camera doing the same shit that you've been doing for a decade plus, that is when we see you slip.
Hey, dude, D, you might want to tap that circle after you said that. Just it's a circle.
It's a circle. I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're still going up, guys.
First of all, sir, that only took them a year. Okay,
True. This is true.
that was a year. It was a full year.
That's a quick full circle year, buddy.
That was a year and a half before they got. And the same thing happened with their like with their white constituents too. You know, just lonely things. Well, she got demonetized along with them.
Time out.
Yes, sir.
Just lonely things.
Yeah.
That is the whitest.
Oh, that's not her real name. That's not the weird
her real name.
That's the name of the show.
You're right. It's Lonely Things.
That's the name of the show. Just Lonely Things.
No, it's not. Okay, listen.
Just Pearly Things. What is it called?
It's Just Pearly Things.
Oh,
she got the nickname Just Lonely Things. Shout outs to Alvin and Preach for because as much as she talks like, oh, I'm a dating coach, I'm a dating guru, yada yada yada. She's never been in a relationship, like ever, right? Yeah,
thank you.
All of that.
Thank you.
So that's what she got the nickname, Just Lonely Things.
But my thing is,
even though she said she is willing to share her ideal man with other women.
I'm sure she was.
But look, now check this shit out. Enough of the below mediocre head giving white women. Let's focus on the one. Now, here's the funny thing that I always thought was fake, and I have been told many times, nah, that's what really happened. Nigga, get your hands out my pocket was a real thing that was shouted right before he was shot.
If you really think about it, it is effective because you have to think about you have to kind of take away the attention off something in some way. So what better way to do it? Yell something, and it takes the attention off of you.
Not only that, that's not even the first time that he heard that.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
He heard that several times at like different different venues that he spoke at. And I was like, oh, these motherfuckers was getting ready. In fact, get this, check this out. So I was doing a little bit of reading up on Malcolm X, like after watching the movie before we started this podcast.
Yes, people, we read.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
And
not comic books, we actually read books.
And one of the things I read that I thought was interesting. One of the things I thought that was interesting was one of the guys in Malcolm's circle was there at that ballroom where he was assassinated. Now, this was prior to all this. They knew that this was going to be the venue where he was going to speak, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when they was there, he noticed a guy in a bow tie. He saw him running towards the podium where Malcolm would be, just to turn back and come back to his seat and sit down like nothing had happened. Mm-hmm. And when he noticed that they both the two of them had like locked eyes, he got up and left. Right? He said, and I quote, I think I just saw a dress rehearsal of the assassination of this man.
Mm-hmm.
Look, all I'm saying is,
and guess what happened?
That's so scoop that shit.
And guess what happened? The cops that was supposed to be there, like that was supposed to be there as like full security, suddenly was reduced.
Mm-hmm. So, time now. Now, they had a scene where
real quick before you mention this, I just want to throw out one quick thing, and thanks to GC for saying this. Remember how at the beginning of the podcast when I said I'm always at the disposal, Mr. Farrakhan?
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. Let me get that out the way right now. Farrakhan had nothing to do with it. No. Farrakhan was in circles around that shit. And he was around a circle that will get hyped. He basically said this. I may have had a couple of sermons that said, we gotta kill that nigga, but I didn't say to do it.
Sir.
But I created the atmosphere, so I'll take my part in that.
Sir, internally.
Good brother Farrakhan. Good brother Farrakhan.
In terms, no, this is Farrakhan internally.
Finally!
This is my time. I have. Do you know? Y'all know I know how to play violin, right? Yeah, I ain't know that shit. I know how to play piano too. Yeah, I'm more gifted than this nigga. So, we making this move or not?
Also, I mean, got to make light of it. Bro, I will watch that shit. Don't fucking tempt me with a good time, Tevin. Don't do that. Also,
Go ahead.
Also, the assassins.
The jig is up. Run, wastebasket, run.
Them niggas tripped up, fell right on their nose, and got jumped by a bunch of police.
That was the most dysfunctional, chaotic mess. My man flipped over the rail and fell. I'm like, bro, like
Giancarlo has a bad history of trying to run away from shit.
No.
No!
And like I said, and for some reason, I get it. You got shot. You got shot on the backside, of your thigh. So yeah, you trying to run. You got a bullet. There was no exit wound either. So you running on full pain at this point. God, Giancarlo, like Thomas,
Perfection,
man.
Like Thomas, you are getting all of that ass whooping.
Chill. Get on, bro.
Wasn't nobody saying chill.
Nobody saying chill.
Nobody
no
said
chill,
chill.
nigga.
Everybody was like, "Yo, kill him, kill him."
You kill
How
black.
he survived? Listen, you, by the grace of white cops, saved your ass.
Hey, look, wasn't there a guy during the riots, some white dude in the riots, they tried to do some bullshit and all the black folks beat the shit out of him, and he had a picture where he's a black guy and had his arm
Yeah,
behind his back and
that
some
was
shit.
at it was during
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
It wasn't Ferguson.
During Ferguson. It was during Ferguson, but I don't know where it was
that
at.
man
Though.
got his ass whooped. They were not playing. Like, nah, you ain't doing this shit.
So check it out. Now they did put on what Martin Luther King said. When Malcolm died. There was
They did play it.
And what is that?
They did play the part where Martin talked about Malcolm.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. What about other people, D? Well, I'm only going to give you two examples, and I'll give you the first one. Your boy Elijah, the next day. Malcolm got what he preached. We did not want to kill Malcolm and did not try to kill him. We know such ignorance, foolish teachings would bring his own end. Wow! Wow!
So
y'all did that shit.
So basically, tell me you had all of that to do with it without saying you had all of it to do with it.
Look, he just told me this.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Yo, now the only reason I mention this is because it's a good one. I'll mention one more thing. This is a good one. James Baldwin and Malcolm X actually had a friendship that developed when he was over in London, before he came back to America. Because James is like every black person that had common sense. Oh, I'm getting the fuck out of America. So James was over in London at that time, and they became friends. So when the day he got the news that he died, of course he's sad. These motherfuckers is throwing motherfucking mics in his face, trying to Malcolm X died. James Baldwin said, and I quote, "You did it. You did it. It's because of you, the men that created this white supremacy, that this man is dead. You are not guilty, but you did it. Your mills, your cities, your rape of continents started all of this." And James Baldwin was the sassiest of black men. So he brought all of that homo out. Y'all did this. So yeah.
Hold on. The fact that you're not guilty, but I know you did it.
You can't keep getting away with it.
We do that. Black people say that a lot, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We say that a lot. And the other one that's kind of, I just want to throw it out there. Cuba had it on their newspaper said, another racist crime to eradicate by violence the struggle against discrimination. That was out there. Basically, we just had a man just die trying to fight racism. Literally, all around the world had the same thing. Malcolm X died. Why? He tried to have peace.
That was crazy.
That's the fucked up part
Not
about
crazy.
all that.
You know what's all right? So, 08, well, 09. Well, yeah, 08 when Obama got elected, right? There was something around the world in other countries, not counting Russia, but like other countries where they were looking at the United States like, huh, they got a black man in power. Well, son of a bitch, didn't see that coming. And there were really some people around the country like, well, maybe America turned a corner. I guess I don't know. Like maybe they did, and it was still like obviously America didn't turn a corner because at the end of the day it was still bullshit. But like a lot of countries really were kind of like, fuck, maybe America kind of got their act together a little bit because a black man as president, fuck, and obviously us as black people, even with the celebration, we knew, okay, what's the trap? What's going on here?
No. Remember, we had a whole bunch of niggas that thought that we was going to get free chicken the next day. What you know? What literally?
Can I be fair, D? Kind of like Patrice O'Neal. I thought I was gonna get a white slave. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
hey, look, I did too. I thought I was gonna at least one white slave. Right? He had to be strong. He do everything. I just get one. Yes, sire. I thought I was gonna get that.
But no.
Meanwhile, I like how every time something bad happens in America to a black person, this is England. Wow. That is so hard. What African Americans go through. What about the Jamaicans? What about the Jamaicans in England? Fuck those black people. Fuck everything about them. They need to go back in their huts.
Y'all
England. I love how England always go. The racism over there is sad. Then turn around. You hear that, niggas? Y'all won't be like them.
Hey, there was a movie Letitia Wright was in. And go ahead, sir.
The other version of that, Dwayne. Oh no. Anyway,
yes.
there was a show that Letitia Wright was in. It was called Small Axe, and it depicted West Indian immigrants in England from I think 1960 to 1980, and you're right. The UK really, they be playing like they ain't had no racism. And I'm like, bro, y'all are the fucking number one reason why there's racism. What the fuck y'all doing? Like
they love doing it. Now, who is it? My one of my favorite things to watch history jokes. Oversimplified history did this one time when Uncle Tom's Our Cabin came out. It actually taught the world how fucked up slavery was in America. The Queen over in England. My goodness. What is happening to those poor blacks in America is totally wrong. Like, your Highness, what about those kids? What about those starving kids in Africa digging up our mines? What should we give them? Nothing.
I mean, no, UK got there's one story.
UK a lot of nerve. And black people, we always say this. Yes, there's more freedom, but the black people over there, like, y'all sure is that much freedom?
There was one story. It was about this officer. I think it was like Leroy Logan. He founded the Black Police Association, and he was fighting fucking racism in the department and trying to clean it up. It was fucking sad as shit, like all the crap that he had to deal with. And that's why I look at black folks like, you really think the UK better on racism? Because they sure as fuck ain't.
Nah, man. It's very spotty.
Even Steve fucking McQueen would tell you, like, yo, this some bullshit over here. This FYI.
Now, what I am told, and this is where it gets confusing, and I don't know the full politics and how it goes. But every black person that has from America that went to France and said, yes, it's a lot better. It's a lot better over in France for black people. And I have to ask this one question. Why are we still the poor people over there? Okay, D, there's a long story about that. Yeah, tell me why. Like, it's weird that there is more, compared to America, freedom to be who you are in France for black people. But it's like, where the caveat at? Where the caveat? I can't walk out and run by like 6 o'clock or some shit. We're like, where is it at? What can I not do that is holding us back? Nah, nigga, that's like 5 apartment buildings. That's technically a trap. And that's all black people. Why are we still the poor ones over here? So
Now,
that's all like that.
a couple of things to round out this
Yeah.
episode to end
Yeah.
this. So we talk about a lot about like black media, right? And Spike Lee was really adamant on like, if I'm going to do promotion in the media for this, I want to actually speak to black journalists. I'm not trying to speak to some white dude from the New York Post. I'm pretty sure you got a black person I can speak to. And I always thought that was interesting because like that's something even to this day, a lot of us in media have been trying to push, because it's like you're trying to push it like this is Malcolm X. You need black media on your platform to kind of highlight that. It'd be kind of dumb for, I'm not saying white people can't cover it, but like you kind of understood why Spike was like, no, I really need black media front and center on this shit, because it's way more important than just some white dude doing it. And even to this day, we still kind of get that a little bit, where we're kind of like, yo, can black media kind of do this, without having
the one upsetting thing that we learned about that, Chris, was when we was actually doing Black Panther, we learned from who was it? Gosh, she on PGC right now. I forgot her name already. Poet. She told us, we were sitting and talking to her, and she was telling us, like, yo, I give you an example. If Taraji P. Henson was coming into DC, right? Guess who see her first? Not PGC, not Kiss, not Magic. She stops at all the white stations first, then come to the black stations.
The Drive ain't talking to her, nigga.
It's like
the Drive talking to her. The Drive talking to her.
The Drive ain't 99.5 is definitely.
99.5.
99.5 definitely talk to her ass. We have the new star of power. It's like this Empire
Zone.
Empire.
Taraji P. Henson.
About 20 years ago, Z104.
Oh man, remember Z104? Now it's like a Spanish station, I think. No, it's a Christian station. I think.
Christian station.
It's the Christian station. The gospel one, or is it the white people? If you live in DC, you would know this distinction. There's the gospel station, and then there's our Heavenly Father. We'd like to come. There's the difference.
I really want to know
There's
what happened.
Family.
I want to know.
And then there's a pastor that really shouldn't be preaching on the radio.
I really know.
There's a difference.
I really want to know what happened to Z104.
Just ran out of money, like all radio stations. Just run out of money. And DC is a tough place to have a radio station, man. It's millions of dollars going to all these radio stations in the city. Like DC is. I don't joke with this with people when it comes to the media in the DC, Philadelphia. Like I'm saying, in DC, Philadelphia, New York, we're this whole little section. It's a high media section. Even us doing podcasting, we're a couple of notches up just because of the size of the doggone area that we stay in. Yeah. So that doesn't surprise me, but at the same time, it's like, what you want me to fucking do, man. This like you're not gonna make the quota of what they're gonna ask for some of these places. And also advertising, that crap.
2 opening weekend. Got third place. Home Alone 2 was number 1. I mean, you're not beating out a big blockbuster Home Alone 2.
Also, you can already tell that they didn't put this in a bunch of movie theaters. They put them in the black areas and say, all right, you coons deal with it. That's exactly what
you live in the DC area. That shit was at Marlow Heights, Rivertown.
It was at Landover. It was
Landover.
At me and my dad saw that at Marlow Heights. I saw that at Marlow Heights.
I got gray hair now that you said fucking Landover because I forgot goddamn Landover had a movie. I forgot Landover had a movie theater. That's how fucking long ago it is.
How many did they have? 5 or 3?
Oh no, yeah, Beltway Plaza. You had Landover Mall. You had PG Plaza.
Yeah.
Like you said, Marlow Heights. And Rivertown. And that's just in PG County.
And I know for a fact if the movie theater can afford it, a lot of these dollar ones had them too. A lot of the dollar junks they had them back in the day. Yeah, they tried to
money.
Get them too.
I mean, the movie made money. It made its money. It got to the point to where, like, apparently, so we talked about earlier on at the beginning, like the budget and how Spike Lee had to kick it. It was funny because when they did a rough cut of the movie, Warner Bros. Was like, oh shit, okay, fuck, our bad. Here's some more money, and I was like, but okay, fine, Warner Brothers. Like, it sucks because like you got to prove your metal.
Here's what's stupid. So it says right here the contributions were made as donations, as Lee noted. This is not a loan. They are not investing in the film. These are black folks with some money who came to the rescue of a movie. As a result, this film will be my vision. not the Bond Company's version, not Warner Brothers. I will do the film the way it ought to be, and it will be over 3 hours.
Oh yeah, to the point. I mean, look, you have Betty Shabazz as your consultant. Yeah, that shit got to be on fucking point. Like
Now it
top to
says,
bottom.
and of course it says the actions of such prominent members of the African American community giving their money helped finish the project as Lee envisioned. Because let's be real, since this is Warner Brothers, CJ, you want to know one thing that Warner Brothers loves to do lately? Let a movie get totally finished, or at least 90% finished, and then pull the plug on it just for tax reasons.
Let me tell you something. If they tried to pull this shit, let's say if Malcolm X was raid now and they tried to pull that bullshit, you know how many us as black folks would have sat there and looked at Zaslav and been like, your time is coming, old man. We're gonna burn your fucking house down for this shit. Oh,
allegedly.
But like, yeah, you're right. You gotta say allegedly. You can't threats.
Allegedly. Hold up. Wait. No, allegedly in Minecraft. Anyway.
Yeah. Like, yo, Zaslav would not want them black problems if he sat there and was like, yeah, we're taking a tax cut on pushing back on Malcolm X, bro.
Even though Malcolm was able, even though Spike Lee was able to get, I was gonna say the movie,
Malcolm X directed by Malcolm X.
So even though Malcolm X was saved by, like all the black people in Hollywood and everywhere that were just pulling resources together. And also just to stick at the Warner Brothers.
Oh, it really was.
The dissatisfaction like Warner's had for how Lee funded the film to begin with by completing it through the help of his African-American friends later resulted in Warner Brothers blocking out Spike Lee from participating in the development of Space Jam. Hold on. Prior to that, Spike Lee approached probably one of my favorite directors, Joe Pytka, about polishing the film script. Now, Joe did go on to direct Space Jam, but man, just think about it. If Space Jam did get Spike Lee's input, because come on, Spike Lee was there for Jordan's shoes for like how many Jordan shoes?
A couple of them.
Not a couple, nigga. He was there for, bro. Spike Lee has been there from the Air Jordan 1, I think, all the way up to the 11s.
Shit.
He was in like damn near every Jordan.
I will say this:
every Jordan commercial leading up to the 12s, I think.
But my answer to you is just that. Like, I think it would have had a different flow to it. It would be interesting of seeing how Spike wanted to connect the real world to the Looney Tunes world. That would have been. I will admit, I would like to know what was Spike's vision of this, Joe. How did Spike wanted Mike to go from, I guess, baseball to basketball? You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I say that is because I think with a lot of directors, even some writers, is like, well, isn't that out your warehouse? Dude, I always wanted to write a story about sci-fi or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, a part of me like, Spike, you had something for this? Dude, I have this joke with Bugs Bunny and yada. like a part of me thinks like Spike was like, man, I got this whole little setup where when the Looney Tunes come out and they do this and that, and we're here, we're like this. How you gonna execute that shit though, bro? Like, that sounds big. How you gonna execute that? Like, I would like to at least know it, but yeah, that's one of those weird Earth 558. We would have got that version of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know how Joe even got picked up to do, I guess the polishing of the script for Space Jam in the first place.
What?
He did Hair Jordan from the Hair Jordan from the. From those, was it the Looney Tunes Nike commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him coming fresh off of 3 of MJ's videos.
And that being said, though, I think if you're Warner Brothers, you are a little bit seeing how they are now with the Looney Tunes, but back then they were a little bit more protective of them. So I can understand them seeing a name like Spike Lee, like, no, he's going to do too much, or seeing Spike Lee, like, yeah, no, I can easily see that. But the blackballing that they did to Spike Lee, I think Spike stepped on way too many feet, especially after this came out, because this movie lost to Unforgiven somehow. It lost like Howard's End ended up getting nominated more than this movie. It's like Howard's End. Are you what?
One of the biggest things though, real quick this year, trust me, we can go at length on this, but like Denzel lost to Al Pacino. Al Pacino did Sin of a Woman. Sin of a Woman is a great movie, but like he lost out to that, and it's like you can't be mad at it.
And twice though, he lost not only in the Academy Awards but the Golden Globes too.
Yep.
So look. If you want me to be honest, Denzel got robbed.
Yeah.
If you want me to be honest, Sin of a Woman is a hell of a movie, and to give Al Pacino, especially the scene everybody likes, when he was in getting the Ferrari, it was a Lamborghini. He was over there like, "Come on, I'm an old ghost like you." He acted the shit out that part. I'll come over here with a whole bag of money to make sure that I'm over here. Yeah, I get it, but come on, bro.
Real quick, the following year, did Denzel get a Best Supporting nom for Philadelphia?
I don't know what he got for
Philadelphia. I know Tom Hanks won for Philadelphia for Best Actor.
I think Denzel got nominated. I think, again, it was him getting nominated, not winning.
Best support. I know he had to be Best Supporting.
He had to get something. He had to get something for Philadelphia. That's a good one. You got me on that one, man.
Yeah.
But because I know that's the one with Tom Hanks. That not to take, even if Denzel didn't win nothing for that, that was another movie that brought his stock higher too. Was doing Philadelphia, man. Yeah. So think about that.
But that's Malcolm X, man. I think D's mandate before we started was like, we got to make it funny. Yeah, too, because it's like, I think a lot of us in this arena, we've talked about it in a variety of ways, and I think there's a measure of like perspective. And from our perspective on it, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's important in this movie, but it's like sometimes you have to kind of get the jokes out because it is kind of just ironic on a lot of just like, what the fuck were these people really like?
And I can easily, because I can see a lot of certain people, and I'm not even going to like point out certain people who would do it, but I can see some of y'all podcasters parking on that one scene with Malcolm and Elijah Muhammad, and you don't see the irony in that scene. All you see is this.
This is what's wrong with today. The young ladies today, they're not learning from mom how to cook. We're losing recipes.
I can feel like there are several moments in this movie where I could just see, we don't like that. That's this and that, all the other. Basically, like I said, the same people that made me fuck up on Stokely Carmichael's life, y'all type of motherfuckers going, is this the type of... Do you know that we had in current day black women coming out saying that Malcolm X was a misogynist and we don't need to follow his work? I saw it on Twitter, and So I got a question, y'all. When we come back from our little break, I got a good question. And I need to know right now. Jesus. I need to know right now. What do we want to do? Do we want to do some United States history? Or do we want to finally crack open that German chestnut that we have been ducking for a minute?
German chestnut.
Oh, you ready for the German chestnut, man?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to Eris now.
Yeah. So basically, next time y'all see us, we are going to do our first German movie. And it's going to be a very, very important movie that had some good ass acting in it. Downfall. That's right. We're talking about everybody's favorite villain. No, not Vegeta. No, not Frieza. No, not Queen Beryl, but very close. We're talking about Adolf Schicklgruber, because I'm not saying his last name yet because I don't know how the whole thing on YouTube go with his last name.
No, we're going to talk about how one German boy
who
Austrian.
Austrian, like how and one Austrian wanted to become an artist,
And he drew a mouse that would become Mickey Mouse.
You fucked up. You fucking wrong.
No, you terrible.
You fucking wrong.
Terrible
Because we
people.
all know that was Clampett that did that. And that's a different racist.
First of all,
that's
I
a
was
whole different other racist.
First of all, I was
It is a mouse.
No, I was going somewhere with this. I was just going to say one Austrian that wanted to become an artist, but decided that massacring a bunch of people and taking over his own country first was better.
Genocide. Supersede artistry.
A man who did all the right moves. Oh yeah.
See what you did there. Movie. All the right moves.
He did all of it. But here's the thing. What's so amazing about this movie is about when he looked in the mirror and said, "We all right," and shot himself dead in the foot. Thank you for that. That's what he did. And he did that several more times before somebody ran up to him going, "Hey, Mein Führer, so check this shit out, bruh. There's a whole lot of niggas named Yuri outside, and they like really pissed off at us."
We also got some Americans and some UKers and a couple of black people up front. They really ain't liking us right now.
Also, like I don't want to like. All right. Give me a second. Let me think about it. Hey, yo, Ava, I'm trying to give me some head real quick. Don't like they just balls, bitch. Eris, why you just putting up pictures, nigga?
I'm illustrating.
Like they just balls, baby. All right, check this out. Check this shit out, y'all. So I got a plan. No, I'm not going to poison us. Probably. Look, shut up. I got a plan.
The point is, D, you're going to have to point to that sign. The Patriots did it.
Actually, did the Patriots do this one?
No, they didn't.
No, don't. Hold on. Remember. The philosopher's legacy was not stolen yet.
Okay, it was not.
Fair enough.
So
none of that shit wouldn't happen to the 60s.
Yeah,
so Eris, what did go down with the assassination of Hitler and Metal Gear? There's no connection to Metal Gear in pre-World War II. That's funny.
There isn't.
Outside of Snake getting launched into space somehow, I think.
No, that was Snake.
That was Snake. That was Boss. I'm sorry.
That was Voyvoda.
That was Voyvoda.
Why you gonna bring out her name that I can't spell?
Because that is what we refer to her in the like. That is what she's referred to outside of the United States. Yeah, Voyvoda.
Exactly. But anyways,
strong woman, good chin.
Downfall after the Thanksgiving break.
Yes, y'all. So enjoy yourselves. We talk to y'all later. I'll talk to y'all. See y'all later. Pieces.
Good night.